Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pokemon Mystery Dungeons and Dragons. Uh, oh, hello,
Snow.
everyone, and
Oh,
welcome
oh,
to. Nice way to. Oops. Maybe I should close the stream on my end. Okay. Yeah, you won't get that because you don't know what's happening. The viewers will. Anyway, yes, we're back with some more D20s rolling and bad things happening. Last time, why don't you recap what happened last time? Maybe all of you, if you can.
Oh gosh.
Who
Hmm.
goes first?
I'm like, which one?
Which last time are we
And
recapping?
what part?
The last time, as in what happened in that fated temple with Sabrina, Sinbad,
Yeah,
Sigurd.
I was
Things.
pretty sure that's what we were referring to, but I had to make sure. Yes. That last time we made our way inside of the temple that the Hallowed Flames had asked us to clear out for them to hopefully help us get rid of Chien Pao. And inside we found Nero was there, and he was making a otherworldly portal and summoning a bunch of gnolls out of it. And we went and fought many a gnoll, and the portal became unstable, and Sabrina had to forcefully close it down while it tried to zappify her. And while this was going on, Nero exploited that opportunity to kill Loki, and in the events, Claudia also died. And we found out that Zacharias was actually Queen, who stole the Ashen Scepter from Loki and ran off into the night. We eventually closed off the portal and vanquished our enemies, but we didn't feel so good about it. And then Kronos came in and said that he would take care of the remnants of Belladonna so that we could find Eslith, but for now to rest.
Mm-hmm.
Also of note was that the Holy Avenger was destroyed
Oh,
while
yeah.
trying to destroy the portal.
Yeah, that happened.
So,
So,
the Hallowed Flames are probably happy.
so if anyone is watching this for the first time, I also highly suggest you go back and watch this because this is a continuation, maybe a little bit of a prequel, maybe, of the events on the ice continent, but what's happening in the wider world right now. So, we're going to be taking a break from the exploits of Sigurd, Sabrina, Sinbad, and Aiden, and we are going to shift direction to just imagine this. We go to that church where they fought the gnolls and Nero and that chaotic slod as it zooms out to the world and maybe goes back in time a little bit too. So the Earth is spinning around right now very rapidly, an undisclosed amount of time. As we go south to the air continent, this is where our heroes are mainly from. That took the ride to the ice continent and then began their adventure there. But we're gonna go to a different part of the air continent. We are gonna go to we're gonna go across several several green pastures and forests to the sun rising over a sleepy little town called Helmfirth, casting a warm golden glow over its rustic charm, nestled in a lush valley surrounded by rolling hills and dense forests. Helmfirth is a small, close-knit community where everyone knows each other. The town's cobblestone streets wind through clusters of quaint cottages with thatched roofs, their gardens bursting with vibrant flowers and well-tended vegetable patches, and smoke rises lazily from the chimneys, filling the air with a comforting scent of home and wooden smoke and home-cooked meals. In the heart of Helmfirth, the market square begins to stir with the sounds of merchants setting up their stalls, the clatter of wooden crates. One particular merchant is heard over the rest of them. Nearby, there's a very modest stone church, a place of solace and community gatherings, opens its doors and welcomes the early morning worshippers. As the sun climbs higher and light filters through the dense canopies of the trees surrounding the town, casting light and shadows on the outskirts of Helmfirth, here networks of dirt paths lead to the pastoral outskirts where, almost like several small clouds littering the field, a group of wulu, their fluffy woolly coats shining in the morning light, move slowly through the field, munching on lush green grass. Among them, there's a particularly curious wulu that stands out, just with wide eyes as he munches on grass. And out of this flock of wulu, Quill, why don't you introduce us to this wulu?
All right. This wulu, he stands out a little bit from the others, but kind of in a more way that you can't quite put your you can't quite put your finger on it. How he sticks out. He just looks like a regular wulu. He's got a wooden bell on his neck. The clapper is missing. And he's got a straw hat that he's not really wearing it. It's just kind of, you know how people have the string on their straw hat and they'll like take it off and hang it over their back? That's kind of what he's doing.
That sets you apart from the rest.
Probably.
Yeah. This wulu's name is
Malcolm.
Malcolm. As you guys can see Malcolm on there. Yeah, Malcolm. You wake up. You probably slept standing up like the rest of the flock. But you also have, out of all the other wulu, you have sort of a separate gig you do in Helmfirth. You have a little cottage where you are a doctor of some sorts, very loosely, with the biggest finger quotes, doctor. You remember you actually had a you almost forget about it, actually, but you remember you had to do some things today. As the gears in your brain start moving, the hamster starts running on the wheel.
Falls off a few times and gets back on.
Yeah, jams up a few times. You remember what you were going to do today. Well, one of the things. So there was a Meowth named Oliver that wanted to see you at that said doctor's office about his sleep schedule being ruined or something like that. Second, you were told to go to the church for some reason. And then Dante said he wanted to see you there or something. Then, oh right, you had to deliver some wool to the local tailor too. And lastly, what was that guy's name? I think it was Proteus. He wanted to see you about something. So as the schedule slowly comes to you, as you hear the bleeding and baaing of the other wulus in this flock, what do you do, Malcolm?
He does what any good sheep would do, and he just sort of wanders away from the rest, and heads off to do these things that have spawned in his mind from seemingly nowhere that he needs to take care of.
Okay.
Sleep's important, so he's got to help these people.
Yeah. Which one does he go to first?
He's going to go to the doctor's office.
All right. So you go to your doctor's office. It's this. We actually have a map of Helmfirth that I can show the just like that. You're coming in from the south here, and you have a small little yep, just walking along that path. You just have a small little cottage. It's pretty much a shed, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that you see the Meow waiting outside of, and he says, Dr. McFluff, I was afraid you weren't here. Should we go inside?
Okay.
Yeah.
And he walks up to the door and knocks on it.
He just he kind of waits for you to figure things out. He just a little confused.
Yeah, it takes Malcolm. Malcolm takes a while, but then he realizes, all right, I can just go in. Sorry. He just kind of headbutts the door open.
Yeah. So
not even using the doorknob, he just forces it open.
Yeah, it wasn't even like shut really. It was. This is like the equivalent of like a chicken coop. Like it doesn't really have a floor. It's just dirt on the floor with a little bed there and maybe a few of your certificates on the wall.
It's more like pieces of paper that are half eaten.
Yeah. Oliver then goes over and he just assumes he lies down on the bed.
Malcolm just kind of stands there and looks at him. Doesn't really say anything for a while, and he's like, all right. So you're having trouble sleeping then?
Yes. It's been getting so cold lately. It's just so much colder than it used to be, and I put on extra blankets, but then it gets a little too stuffy when I put on those blankets, and I can't find the right temperature, and it's just so hard to get to sleep.
Oh, well, I've got a few things that could help you. Okay, so the first one, I can jump over you until you fall asleep, or we could use the sleep aid. And he pulls this giant mulwark out from seemingly nowhere. Or not bulwark, maul.
Yeah, maybe it just comes out of your fluff.
Yep.
Well, how do you apply the sleep aid?
Directly to the forehead.
I think I will take the former.
Good, that one's my favorite. Okay, now here's how this is gonna work. You're just gonna count until you fall asleep.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And Malcolm just starts, he goes to the opposite side of the bed and jumps over it, walks around to the other side, back to where he started and jumps over it again.
Okay, do a performance roll.
All right. Oh, this is gonna be good. One.
Did you get a nat one? Oh, God.
Yes.
Incredible. What is that?
Yes.
First roll. I can.
I I I'm not really seeing results here, Dr. McFluff.
This is a pretty tough situation here. Then we're gonna have to use the sleep aid.
No. You know, I did I pay anything for this?
What's that mean?
I don't think I did. I guess I'm getting what I guess I'm getting what I paid for, or what I didn't pay for. Never mind. I can't say I could recommend you, but thanks for trying.
Well, this won't work as well as if you were here in person, but you could still try to count me and just pretending I'm there.
Oh, well, I can try, but you know, it just getting to sleep isn't the problem. It's just the conditions around me is what's causing it.
Maybe you could try going, like, getting a wool coat or something.
Oh, isn't that you're part of that flock outside of the village? How much is that? You
He kind of gives, like, a blank stare.
5 copper pieces sound fair? For the wool?
1 second. Malcolm is calculating.
Just the modems.
Okay. I need to keep some of it, though. I need to take some to a tailor outside of town. Or was it inside of town? I'll find it eventually.
All right, you gonna give him like some of the bag?
Yeah, some from the bag.
Oh my god.
He takes out a clump of wool and just kind of gives it to him.
Okay, yeah, this will work. All right, thank you, Dr. McFluff. You have. I think you've cured my insomnia.
Don't forget to rate 5 stars.
Oh yes, definitely. I will recommend you now for sure. I will definitely recommend you.
Sweet dreams.
Yeah. And he goes with his wool and he leaves.
Malcolm stands in the shed for a while, does kind of that one eye blinks and then the other, and then he just he leaves and starts. He doesn't really go anywhere in particular. He's just kind of wandering around town until the temple kind of reaches the periphery of his vision. He's like, "Oh yeah," and he starts heading for the temple.
All right, that would be over in this direction.
All right.
All right. So you go down the street, and you pass by that small merchant where the merchants are as you go towards the temple, and you notice that merchant that you saved a few days ago in like hawking her gear is kind of loudly proclaiming herself, saying she's the greatest merchant, trying to one up herself over the Kecleons, which is the rumors say that's like a death wish, but she seems adamant in trying to do that.
All right. He'll walk up to her and he'll say, "How's business?"
Well, it's terrible, actually. Just nobody seems to want to give me a chance here. They're just they want the lizards.
Why?
I don't know. I thought I was a pretty good entrepreneur, but here I am, just being drowned by this monopoly they have. I think I need a better place to maybe sell my gears. I came here just as a just to earn a little bit of coin. You know what I mean? Hi, how you doing?
He takes out the little bag with 5 copper in it, and he says, "I made this much
Oh, really? What did you sell?
stuff that came off of my body."
You know that's worth a little bit more than copper, right?
No,
Are you selling any more of it?
not right now. I gotta give some to the tailor.
Yeah, and you're looking at a very you're looking at a greedent right now. You remember her saving you remember saving her from a notorious criminal group. Well, maybe you don't remember this, but there were some birds, you think, and they made sounds, and she was chained up, and then you snuck into the bird's hall and ate salt. That's what you remember, anyway.
Salt's good.
Yeah, it's a shame though that the murder got away with it. Anyway, I'll be seeing you later. Make sure you just try to, I think I need some advertising, so I'm gonna sponsor you. And she just puts a little badge on you, and it just says Anna's Wares.
Right.
Just say, just say go here instead of the Kekleon, right?
Okay.
Okay, perfect. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye. And yeah, you start heading towards the temple.
All right.
All right.
Is the graveyard locked?
Yeah. So kind of at its side, there's two. There's one kind of large gate that kind of ends and points with each at just steel points at each one, but there's like a large creaky gate. You could easily bust through there, but you probably have enough sense to know not to do that, I'd imagine.
Yeah, Malcolm's not a vandal.
Okay. Yeah, you see it closed. You don't know what this place is. It's just a bunch of it looks like a really nice field. It's just all these stones are in the way, and there's names on them for some reason.
And the grass is really green.
Yeah, it's very green.
All right. He'll go inside the temple.
All right, so you approach this large kind of the stone on it actually compared to the rest of Helmfirth. This building is just it has this darker hue to it, and there's stained glass windows all over it, but they seem to refract colors of red, black, and purple mainly. And there's these two large wooden doors that are before you as you walk to the temple.
All right. He will knock on the doors.
It doesn't really have a knocker, so you just kind of knock on these large doors. It's a church, so
Head butts it a few times.
Yeah.
Maybe it opens on its own. Maybe it doesn't.
Yeah, putting enough force on that, the large doors kind of creak open. And
All right.
you step into a large room full of pews, and that the stained glass windows, just despite bringing in light in them, it is very just somber and dark in here. You see just that a large altar at the front of it, and there are two passageways that go over to the left and the right, where you from the right side you hear these haggard moans and crying, weeping coming from the right side.
All right. First he'll say, Dante, and then he's gonna start walking toward the crying noises.
Okay. As you walk towards the healing chamber, Dante, you are standing in front. Let me just reveal you here. You are standing in front of a milk tank right now, who is laying down on this bed right now. Her eyes are half closed, glazed with pain and exhaustion, and beads of sweat dot her forehead, mingling with the fur that clings to her damp skin. The Miltank are usually strong and sturdy, but they are limp and trembling right now. There is a deep, festering wound visible on the side of her, partially covered by the bandage you and the rest of the mortal wing have applied to her, stained with dark blood and an unnatural greenish tint, suggesting an infection, or worse, a poison that the healer's remedies could not counteract. She moans softly, her lips retching in the sound of unbearable pain. Despite the obvious suffering, there's a faint flicker of recognition and gratitude in her eyes as she gazes weakly at you, the familiar healer of Helmsfirth, who has been the source of comfort to her for many hours. And why don't you describe Dante for us, Ice?
Right. Dante is a Hisuian type Losian. He's definitely on the leaner side compared to most that you'd see, but he's been here for perhaps past few hours in these darkly tinted robes, mixes of purples and reds. Mostly his complexion. He's more of a scruffy look to him on his face. But as his demeanor so far has been rather serious and just trying to comfort this mill tank. But as he turns around and sees Malcolm, he briefly lights up.
Well, you hear Malcolm first before he arrives in the room. And there are what her acquaintances and families around her too, kind of watching this. And you have other members of your clergy around, trying to numb the pain, and yeah, there was just futile efforts to counteract this poison, and at this point it seems like it's fatal, but she's suffering.
Right. And I would imagine that as it's become more and more obvious, what he's been trying to do all this while is sort of preparing both the mill tank and the family for her passing.
Mm-hmm. And that's when Malcolm does walk in, this small little wulu wearing the very very quaint boonie attire.
Okay, so he is here.
Hi, Dante.
Welcome.
Yeah.
We have someone that I think is in need of your services, specifically sleep aids, if the others would prefer that. Which he turns towards the family.
It's not often someone requests a sleep aid, and he takes out the ball.
No, forgive him. It's a complicated working.
the other clerics, they trust you have this under control, and they're going to take out the family who they kind of know what's coming, and they're still kind of inconsolable right now as they're weeping and uttering her name, and as they kind of bring them out, and they shut the door, leaving you, her, and Malcolm in here.
He looks between her and Malcolm, just quietly saying, "You may not understand exactly what else there is to this future sleep for you, but he is the best I know for this sort of thing."
Yeah. You because it's kind of known in Helmfirth, Malcolm, this particular wulu, does have this ability to just induce sleep on people, despite him maybe forgetting it or not using it very often. You know he can do it, and that's kind of why he has that office, is so he could perhaps help people in just getting to sleep. But you obviously want this for a different reason. Oh, crap. Oh, no. Just a second. Oh, no.
Well, it's not a session without technical difficulties.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We can hear you, yes.
So it's so weird because this is only happening on Discord. The stream is still alive and well. It was just Discord that did it. Anyway, what was the last thing you heard?
That Malcolm was sort of known for his spectacular ability to still induce sleep,
Yeah.
and that's why he had his own little shed.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's all I wanted to tell you. What do you do from there?
Okay. Dante would take the time to try to comfort her again, perhaps grabbing her hand with his and just holding tight as he motions to Malcolm. No, I'm not referring to that sleep aid. She's in need of the you have your other type of sleep, right? Not your jumping.
Oh, you want that one? And he just
nods and,
kind of walks up to her side and
wait.
yeah.
He just looks at her one last time and quietly but softly. Oh, one last sleep before the other side.
It's from what's happening, she's almost hardly there because of the poison, but it's still like common practice for you to just utter these things to someone who is suffering like this.
And after he goes through his small rites to send her over, he motions once again to Malcolm.
All right. Malcolm just kind of shakes his body, and his little wooden bell swings back and forth. And even though it doesn't have a clapper, it makes a very gentle, soothing, ringing noise.
Yeah. Y-
And go on.
Even though it's gonna work no matter what because this is commoner HP. You can go ahead and roll the sleep dice. You are casting sleep.
All right. I've never actually used sleep before. 1 second.
It's like a bunch of D6 or something.
Yeah, 5d8.
Oh, D8.
Yeah.
24.
Yeah. That will so yeah, you hear this bell. I am guessing you'll do it in such a way you don't get Dante in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And her eyes with the haggard breath she's making, her eyes slowly close, and Malcolm, you see her go to sleep, and but what's weird, Malcolm, is her chest is going up and down, slower and slower, until it stops. It must be a very deep sleep.
Bail to the nest.
By the way, the yard with all of your rock collection is closed.
There's a moment that even like this, he doesn't even get the moment of silence, and just he's used to it. But even so, there's a very clear annoyed expression as he just sort of holds a hand to his face. Malcolm, you know you're not allowed in there.
But the grass tastes better in there.
Why would you know that?
Because I've been in there before.
Who let you in?
Proteus's friend.
He just pinches at his nose, like just mad furrowed eyebrows before looking back to Malcolm. Please don't go back in there.
Why?
It's a special kind of grass, not meant for eating.
Malcolm looks very disappointed and sad.
All right, I have a few things left here. That'll be all.
Okay. He'll leave.
All right, yeah. You leave the room, and you see the family and friends, these other Miltanks, still weeping. Seeing it actually seems to amplify when they see you leave. No, you don't know why. But the other clerics of this church seem to be uttering a prayer to them. It's a mixture of a prayer and like counseling them. They're like, "You will meet again on the other side. The transition between life and death is a hard one to take for the living." You know, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And yeah, you leave the church.
All right. He's gonna stop by the entrance to the graveyard for a bit and just kind of look at the grass longingly.
It's really green. It's really long. And
People even put flowers in front of the rocks.
there's flowers there. They're just in like these. They're all like wrapped up too.
They left presents for him.
It's like a present for you.
Do the words of Dante echo in your head at all, or are they long gone?
He's probably staying there for long enough that he's like,
Drooling.
I wonder why the door is shut. And then he's gonna turn and leave and go find the tailor.
All right. Yeah, you remember who you were delivering the wool to. This is very important for your flock, Malcolm, is you do deliver. It's actually just more convenient for you because it's good to get sheared every once in a while. It's a lot more comfortable. She lives over here in this like little quaint one, or the family lives over there, should I say?
And he's gonna roll his way over there.
Yeah. Okay. You roll down. You see Anna again. She just kind of gives a thumbs up to you, and she's just like pointing to your chest to advertise a little more. But, yeah, you roll down the hill. It's kind of on an incline too, so it's very easy to do this. It's one of those things where it kind of sucked getting up there, but then, going downhill is pretty easily. All right, and you wind up at this small little cottage. You wonder why it's better than your office. Perhaps it's just because it's a family rather than just an office.
Yeah,
but...
they need more space than just him himself.
Yeah, and you have the back. Yeah.
He's gonna headbutt the door.
All right, so instead of knocking, it's just like a clunk. And do you think Ira would get the door, Geek?
Yeah, so a very confused looking Ledian opens the door, muttering that we're open. It's
Hi, Ira.
it's you. Oh, Malcolm. Okay. Thank you. You have the wool, correct?
I got shorn yesterday. And he gives her the bag full of his wool.
Yeah.
But she kind of starts counting it.
Okay, I was gonna make you do a check, but if you're literally checking it, yeah, you notice some of it's missing.
Malcolm, we're missing a bag.
Oh yeah. There was a guy that couldn't sleep at night. He said he was cold and he needed wool to stay warm, so I gave him some.
What'd you say his name was, Cray? Sorry.
Oliver.
Yeah,
Oliver.
Malcolm sits there like he's trying to remember.
She kind of frowns. Is that why Oliver came in? Or...
Oh
Did
yeah,
you-
Oliver.
Okay. He came in earlier asking for a quilt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait. You were supposed to give that to us.
Yeah, but there's more.
Okay, I'll.
Do you want the money he gave me?
You
How
know
much
to...
did you?
Oh, as Malcolm
Yeah, go
presents
ahead.
as Malcolm presents the 5 copper. It was worth more than 5 copper.
Yeah, she kind of just stares at it for a moment. It's like, I'll just go tell Elias.
Why don't you also
we'll
give a
figure this
description
out.
of Iris too, or of Ira too?
Yeah, she said, "Come on in. This is a." She's slightly shorter than an average Ledian. Very. Compared to the rest of the town, she seems to be a bit more. I wouldn't say put together, but very. She seems to, is wearing a bit finer clothing. A very nice kind of cloak billowing out to kind of give her plenty of breathing room for her several arms and her wings. And she's got like a nice pair of dress boots that are very neatly kept and polished, as is the rest of her exoskeleton. She kind of hovers like basically a couple inches off the floor, carrying a couple of these bags, and it's like, here, come inside. I'll just have Elias sort this out.
And as you go inside to go get Elias, You hear a voice in your head say, "Why does this town trust him to deliver anything?"
You saw how capable he was.
At fighting.
At the very
Yes.
least, don't get robbed.
Yes, he is a good sword hand, yes, but you look over at Malcolm, he just like the slow blink.
You know, I guess he'll get robbed in other ways. I don't know. I don't know. They seem everyone trusts him to some extent.
But after hearing that voice in your head, you go into your shack, bringing Malcolm with you, and you see Elias with his. You see him actually working with with the knitting and creating these clothes with the reserve you guys kind of had, which is running pretty thin, and this is why you ordered some wool from the flock outside of Helmfirth. And he sees you and sees Malcolm, and he says, "What happened?"
He's a bag short.
Well, little sis, lucky for you, this happens a lot, and that's why. And you see Elias get up, put down the what he was knitting, and he walks over to a shelf and pulls out some shears and gives it to you. He'll have to make up for it.
Oh. She kind of glances at the shears in her hand, then glances over to Malcolm. It's like, oh, right, okay.
Did they teach you this at that fancy school?
She just kind of sighs. No, I'm a bit rusty.
Oh, why don't you give it a try? Malcolm won't mind, will you, Malcolm?
Nope, just don't touch these things. And he swings his tassels from side to side.
All right. You have the shears, Ira.
I guess she'll start cutting.
All right. Let's do a sleight of hand or acrobatics. Whichever.
Well,
if they're the same, then they're the same. But whatever you're better at, I suppose.
I guess sleight of hand if they are the same. But here, do you want me to use the funny new dice?
Sure, you can use.
The
I'll be watching for it.
All right. Here are these newfangled dice. 5. The modifier's already added.
Yeah, you think you're not a really steady hand, Ira. As it was just a 4.
It was a 4 on the die plus 1.
Oh, so a 5. Okay.
Yeah.
So as you begin using these shears, you think you got it. You're getting a lot of the wool off, but then one of the tassels falls off.
Oh,
You cut it off.
my bad. She just kind of like just brushes it off to the side, away from the rest of the wool.
Malcolm does not look happy, by the way.
You know, Malcolm, it grows back pretty fast, but still, this is it happened.
She can't shear me anymore.
Yeah, it would seem you know, you're not getting your money's worth going off to that fancy school, it seems. If you can't even shear that. Dad's done it plenty of times, even in his state.
Yeah. Oh, it's not a. It's not like we're shearing sheep every day in the city.
What your sibling
It's a
also
little
does.
bit different out there.
What your sibling also does not realize, there are arcane secrets that are able to do what he just suggested in an instant.
She just kind of shakes her head up off of that. It's like,
Yeah. Well,
all right.
at the very least, you did it. It's not perfect. I apologize, Malcolm. She should know better, shouldn't she?
Yeah.
Apparently so. Look, here, Here, is there anything I can do to make it up to you?
Put it back.
She thinks for a moment.
Yeah, you have this tassel in your hand.
You know what? She's gonna bank on something. She's going to, she's gonna cast minor illusion as she kind of like fakes putting the tassel back where it went, and when Malcolm looks, it does seem to be standing. It does seem to be there.
Okay, how should I do this? Maybe this should be like a sleight of hand arcana?
Sure.
Or use an arcana roll. Just
Okay.
straight up arcana roll. Yeah.
+5 is a 23.
Okay, yeah. So you see Ira fiddling around with the tassel, Malcolm, and Ira, you kind of do that thing where you're kind of like you're holding it with one hand, but kind of like bunching it up in another hand as you put the minor illusion on. And wow, she got it back, Malcolm. It's really still, but it's back.
Thanks, Ira.
You're welcome. Just yeah. You're welcome. I'm sure it'll grow in back properly in a yeah. In a couple of days.
So where are you heading off to next, Malcolm?
He just stands there.
Is
I gotta
there
find
anything else?
Proteus.
Oh. Well, he's not around here. How's he doing, by the way? I haven't seen him in the past 3 days.
I don't know, but I gotta find his friend too because Dante won't open the gate to his rock collection.
What?
His rock collection. There's all the grass there. It tastes better, and people left presents for me. They're flowers, and they're all wrapped up.
You mean the graveyard?
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Yeah, the graveyard.
She kind of glances back.
And this is exactly why we want to avoid this fate. Having some simpleton eating the grass above us. Well, we become nothing.
She just kind of glances back between her and Elias.
Yeah, it's been an ongoing problem around here. Dante's complained an awful lot about it. And general rule is just to, he motions the locking, just keep it closed.
Right.
Malcolm doesn't
okay,
understand. As he
Anything?
finishes his sentences, he's like, Malcolm doesn't understand those things.
I see. Well, I guess give Proteus my regards. Maybe tell him not to ask his friend to get you in the. Who is this friend?
I don't know. I've never seen him before.
Uh, hmm. She, she kind of like deliberates for a moment, wondering whether or not it's worth trying to make sure this sheep doesn't cause any problems.
Uh, we usually. I know you haven't been here in a while, but we usually keep an eye on him. He shouldn't get in too much trouble as long as it's locked. You'll stay out of there, right, Malcolm?
Out of where?
The graveyard. My ma's buried there, you know.
Why? Why is she underground? Is that why the grass tastes so good?
Again, this is why we keep him out.
She must be having pretty good dreams if she's sleeping underground.
Okay.
Making grass taste that good.
Okay, could you please...
Yes, Malcolm, thanks for the wool. We'll be seeing you later. Stay out of the graveyard.
Please.
He looks conflicted. I'll go now. And then he leaves.
As you
dear.
leave too, you don't notice like a tassel just stays there in the air.
She quickly dismisses it after that.
Yeah, so you're not really symmetrical right now.
Maybe like while he's like he leaves the house and he notices and he's like, "It fell back off. I'm balding."
Oh yeah, say that happens in maturity. It sucks, don't it?
she kind of places the tassel, like, I guess, on the desk or whatever. But Elias is like, something extra payment for delivery.
The troubles. Yes. I agree with you this one time.
Right.
As Malcolm kind of leaves and you're standing in front of the tailor's shop right now.
All right. Where was the last place he saw Proteus?
At his house. He's always at his house.
All right. He's going to go to his house then.
Okay. If we go to the map again, you know Proteus lives kind of he lives off in a small cottage, right? He actually lives pretty close to Ira. He lives right here.
All right. Gonna head up here, and he's gonna headbutt the door again.
All right. Proteus, you are one who lives alone. What do you think you were doing before Malcolm gets to your place in the morning in Helmfirth?
I think today he was probably talking to some people at the post office, making chit chat with them.
About what?
About news that they might have heard from the outside concerning what just happened. If anyone has other concerns, or if people have been coming to send mail or whatever.
Well, news is rather slow considering where you are, but you know for a fact that it has been reported that a notorious crime syndicate called the Murder has seemed to gone out to other parts of the ice or the air continent. They were kind of more notorious for the main city, Lumhalsen, but considering you encountered some of them a few days ago here, and it seems like you're not the only village they have shown up in. In fact, a day ago, you heard that Miltank was stabbed by one of them. They kind of do the same thing as the herd of Wulu outside the town, except it's Miltank, and they provide milk. And yeah, one of them was stabbed, and you don't know how they're doing. Why don't you also describe Proteus as before Malcolm bangs on your door?
All right, so Proteus is a Stantler. He's kind of got like a jacket and a tool belt, so that way he can pull out various tools and knickknacks and kind of fiddle with things. And occasionally he'll help people with like small home maintenance things around town. At least as far as like putting things in, not so much as like heavy lifting kind of stuff.
What's his general demeanor?
Most people that talk to him find him to be willing to hear them out and speak with them kind of cordially. Except for Dante.
Yeah, but then reflecting on the murder, the group of Murkrow you fought, and how they're expanding, you hear a loud thwomp at your door. And you know exactly who that is, all things considered.
All right, and this time he opens the door, and he sees Malcolm is like,
Missing
"Oh,
a
good,
tassel."
you're here." Wait, what happened to your left side?
Oh, I think I'm balding. See, I went to Ira's place to give her the wool, but then she wanted more, so she cut it off, but I didn't like it, so she put it back. But then it fell off again.
You know, that just sounds to me like Ira didn't do a good job of putting it back on.
You sure?
I mean, it fell off again, did it not?
Maybe I'm not balding.
That's the spirit, buddy. Now, today I think we're gonna start looking for some flowers around this area, but you know, the ones that smell bad.
Oh, I know where we can find some flowers.
No, not in the Zen Garden. The Zen Garden does not have any of the flowers that we're looking for. We're looking for special flowers.
Oh, okay. Where are we gonna look for them?
Well, I think we're gonna go off in this direction, and pretty much he's going to be heading on like the kind of like, you know how there's like the main road that goes to like Lumhalsen. He's gonna try to find an offshoot path that's somewhat parallel to it that goes into the forest.
To go to Lumhausen, you'd need to go to the southeast, so that bridge over the river there.
Okay. Yeah. Then yeah, that is the way that we will head.
Okay.
And he's probably going to go off the road at some point to go look for some flowers and other things in the forest that he can find.
Okay.
Pretty much, he is surmising that in order for the poison to be potent enough to attack to take out the mill tank this quickly and this soon, it had to have been crafted in from a local area. So he's looking for something in the forest that they might have used and any evidence that might be there.
Okay. Give me a reminder on your. Do you have a poisoner's kit?
No.
No. Okay. Um. Well.
I mean, I can have one. I just want to have proficiency.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Proficiency in a poisoner's kit. Okay, so you can go out there and look for the local flora, and I'll let you do a survival check. What are you doing with Malcolm? Because you've kind of taken him with you.
Yeah. So Malcolm, he knows that Malcolm is attracted to like grasses and things, and so because of that, Malcolm would be able to smell out poisons because it'd be like the only thing he wouldn't eat because it'd smell bad to him.
Yeah.
So he's going to kind of have Malcolm tell him when something smells nasty, when there's a plant that farted or something.
Okay. So, the way I'll do this is, are both of you proficient in survival?
Malcolm is proficient in survival.
I'm not.
Okay. I'll let Malcolm look for a bad flower. So, Malcolm, do a survival roll.
19.
Okay. Yeah, you've gone around here, you're Malcolm sometimes. You don't like going in here because if you go in here alone, you usually get lost because you're away from your flock, and it gets pretty bad when you're all alone. So it's a good thing Proteus is here with you. But you look through the forest, and you find some delicious flowers along the way. You don't find any bad ones though.
These are all good.
Interesting. None of them.
There's
Like,
Nope.
there's one other thing you would know too, Proteus. Mr. Henders is a former apothecary herbalist, but he is a very strange recluse who lives on the outskirts of town in his own little house. So no one really approaches him. They seldomly see him outside. He's always inside doing who knows what in his cottage. But in terms of like a lead of any kind, that's someone who's kind of into that stuff.
okay. So I guess Proteus doesn't really notice any signs of like the nature being disturbed out here either.
No, even without a check or anything, you notice it's business as usual here.
Well, I guess some nature has been disturbed. I'm sure Malcolm
Yeah.
found a dandelion that's no more.
It's been disturbed after this, yeah.
He's just gonna be like, well, it's good to know that we don't have any bad flowers out here, Malcolm. So it's continually safe for you and your friends to eat here.
Oh, good.
I was worried that those guys we saw planted stinky seeds out here.
Oh, that would be bad.
Yeah. So why don't we go and see Mr. Henders before we go and to the Zen, and before I have my friend let you into the Zen garden.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's a tradition. I mean, I'm never there, but you know, my friend really enjoys watching how peaceful you are in the Zen garden. That's why it's called the Zen garden.
Yeah. There's lots of flowers there now.
Yep, and because there's no sneaky ones out here, we won't have to worry about them ending up there either. All right, and I guess we'll head over to Mr. Hender's house.
All right, yeah. You so he lives north, so you're taking another kind of long route. And he lives like a good like 20 minutes out there. He's like pretty far from the town. But you plan on walking with Proteus, Malcolm?
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah. You approach this this cottage.
All right, and I guess he will knock on the door with his hooves.
And there's a lot of just it's kind of that typical grumpy old man. It like has like go away, no solicitors, what? No junk mail, everything like that. You just hear go away.
Okay. And Malcolm turns around to start walking away.
I just had a couple questions to ask you if about your specialty. You're the best one around for it. No one else could do better.
He stomps. So you hear some stomping towards the door, and you see like little eye slit open. Well, I'm not looking to answer any questions you hear. It's this. You see the eyes of an Alakazam peering through the slit.
Well, let's put it this way. The murderer surmised the poison and used it on people in our town. And I just want to know what it is so I might be able to know what we're up against.
Do a persuasion roll.
All right. Nice, a 7.
It was a poison. It kills people.
Well, it had to be made of something.
It was obviously made of something.
Yes, but potentially something local for it to have been that potent and been able to have been smuggled out of Lumhalsen.
Look, it was something deadly, I'll give you that, but it is not my business. And you're just distracting me from my research. By the way, where's another one of you? You're supposed to come with some more wool. He points to you, Malcolm, through the eye slit.
Oh. He thinks for a little bit. I only gave some to Ira. Oh, and Oliver. But Ira didn't like that, so she cut off my tassel.
You know that, like, most of your flock, they deliver wool to different people, and apparently another one of the wulu just hasn't got here yet.
He thinks a little longer. He says, "Oh, Malcolm didn't get here?
Yes! Where's my wool?
I don't know. Where'd he go?"
That's what I'm asking!
Well, you should probably find someone who would know. You should probably ask Keith.
I'll see if I can't find him for you. I assume it's part of your work, this wool.
No, it's just to stay warm. It's getting chilly.
Fair enough. Is there potentially anything we could do to help you with your work?
I work better alone. Why you prying so much, Proteus?
Well, suit yourself. If you want to walk all the way back to town for a couple tulips and all the way back, I was just trying to make it a little easier for you,
I've got
so
all
you
I
can
need in here.
focus on doing your work instead of moving around.
I've got all I need in here.
All right. Sounds good. Well, I'll let you get back to it and see if I can't find that sheep for you.
Yeah, read the sign. Is he
I can't.
Yeah, I slit. Okay.
Proteus, we gotta find Malcolm.
Yeah. I guess we'll have to go and wait until later.
Okay. Where do you want to go
Sure.
for now?
I guess we're gonna go back and see how if we can pick up on where the other Malcolm went.
Okay. See, there is a problem with this. Is there's like kind of a lot of Malcolms moving around.
Yeah, but
Though
presumably we're coming back without seeing any footprints other than our own having been made this way.
Yeah, that's true. If you look at the ground, it seems like you only see your footprints. Yeah, like recent tracks, you only see yours and the Malcolm next to you's footprints.
Yeah, I guess the only one that would be able to find the other Malcolm would be Malcolm.
Yeah.
So I guess Malcolm will have to take the lead on finding the other Malcolm.
All right. He looks a little bit too frantic to actually be looking for to find anyone. Maybe if we bump into a Malcolm, he'll ask if they've seen Malcolm.
Yeah. Well, it's not hard to bump into a Malcolm, so you bump into as you walk down, you see another Malcolm with a bag of wool.
Hey, Malcolm.
Yeah, Malcolm.
Have you seen Malcolm? Apparently he disappeared. He was supposed to take some wool to Mr. Hendrick, but never got there.
I've got to take the wool to Ira. Oh no, I've got to take it to Jiminy. No, I forget who I got to take it to. Let me remember.
It's not Ira. I took the wool to Ira.
What happened to your tassel?
I'm balding.
Oh no. He kind of like, you see it like kind of retract into him.
Just these two sheep are panicking in front of Proteus.
Right. So you don't know which Malcolm was supposed to visit Mr. Henders?
It was one of the Malcolms.
Yeah, but what colored bell did he have?
What color was that, Malcolm?
The
one that looks colory.
I think it was brass.
Brass. It was definitely brass.
Yeah, brass.
All right. Well, thanks. We'll go find him, and no, you're not balding.
Oh, good.
And what happened to Malcolm?
Scissors, shears.
Okay, as long as it doesn't happen to me.
Yeah, just don't go to Ira.
I won't, Malcolm.
Okay, good. Don't disappear like other Malcolm.
I won't. He probably got lost again. Then other Malcolm seems to be rolling in a I don't really know what direction. He like kind of does a like you maybe see him like here and he kind of like circles around twice and then goes over here.
All right. So yeah, at this point, we're probably going to be looking around for our brass belled friend.
Okay. Is there any particular place you want to look?
I guess we'd probably go to like, I don't know, the ranch. I don't know, wherever the herd usually is.
Where Malcolm's flock is usually to the south.
All right, then that is the way we will go. And
Okay.
I guess this might, and I guess we'll be going along this way.
Okay. You go down to the so you're going to where like kind of Malcolm originally came from, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you go down to there and you see a bleeding mess of woolly wulu in a field eating grass, Proteus, and you see your flock, Malcolm.
Maybe we should find Keith.
Yeah, that's probably for the best. In case he's not here. Though I was hoping he just kind of forgot to leave since that's happened a few times.
Oh yeah, that's probably a good point. So Malcolm's gonna like walk over into the middle of the herd and he's just gonna yell, "Malcolm!"
Yeah, Mal. Yeah, Malcolm.
Does he hear Malcolm?
You I will. You hear a lot of Malcolms.
Proteus, I don't know if he's here.
He's I guess we'll have to start looking for the bell.
Okay, you're looking for a brass bell.
Yeah.
Okay. So to just paint a picture here of what you're trying to suss out, there are a lot of Malcolms with brass bells, but you notice some of them have bags of wool still, meaning they haven't gone out.
All right, I have a new plan then.
Eh.
And he's just gonna call out, Mr. Henders has not received his wool yet. One of you should make your way there that still has wool.
Oh, that would be me.
Oh, you are here. Hi, Malcolm.
Hi, Malcolm.
We were scared that you got lost.
Oh, nope, I was just hungry.
Oh, I know what that's like.
As you see this Wulu just munching on grass.
Yeah, don't forget to take it to him. He sounds really grumpy.
Oh, I hate having to get Mr. Henders. He's always so mad. Mad.
Yeah, he's still mad. We just came back from there.
Oh, boy. Just starts
Maybe you
watching
should
grass.
just maybe just leave the wool at his door and then hit it and run away.
Ah, that's a good idea. After I'm done eating.
Okay. And then Malcolm walks back up to Percy and he says, "He wasn't lost. He just was hungry."
Yeah, I figured there was a strong possibility of that. Glad we don't have to go and saunter out into the woods again. Well, into that part of the woods. I guess, what time of day is it now?
It's reaching about afternoon.
All right, well, my friend Zed will meet you to let you into the Zen garden at sundown as usual. So until then, it was good hanging out with you, Malcolm.
Oh yeah, it's great. And Malcolm's gonna start heading back toward the temple.
Okay. You're just gonna wait there until nightfall.
Yep.
Okay, it's almost like that Futurama thing with the dog, where it's like waiting there
Oh my gosh.
until let's just expedite it, and yeah, it's nightfall happens, and what will happen here?
Yeah, so a Hisuian Decidui will come out and open the gate, assuming that is possible.
It's locked, so you would need the key or thieves' tools and a.
Oh, he's got a key. It just looks like two small slender prongs.
Yeah. Yeah, so you see a Decidui walk out and begin opening. This is like when you're about to feed the dog. It's like jumping up and down.
Yep, that's what he's doing. He's kind of bouncing up and down.
So yeah, do a dexterity check. Thieves' tools.
Yep. Let's see. 15.
Yeah, it only needed a 10. As it opens up and the door opens. This stranger just opened the door for you, Malcolm.
Thank you.
All right, and he says, "Good day to you. I'm going to go back to the fighter's one-shot ring." And he rounds the bend and he goes out of sight, and he's disappeared.
Okay.
Malcolm's gonna go in and he's gonna eat the tallest grass there is.
Oh, there's so much of it. These fools in Helmsworth, they chop the lawn all the time, but here they don't do it. As yeah, you have a buffet here. How long do you think you'll go for?
Let's see. Probably just before the sun starts setting below the horizon.
Okay. All right, so yeah, you enjoy this s'more. Do you get the present?
He thinks about it, but it's just too pretty. I mean, they've got the flowers like all in like the special arrangement.
Yeah.
You know, like when you get like when you go to a fancy restaurant and they give you like the plate of food and it's just like so perfectly prepared, you're like you feel bad about eating it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
So you just have the grass.
Yeah.
All right. Eventually, yeah, there's just this untouched. That's the good stuff. The just untouched grass. Nobody has walked on it. It's just perfect.
Perfect grass.
Until yeah, you see the sun start going down with all your errands complete.
All right. He'll gather up one more mouthful of long grass and start walking home.
All right. Yeah, then you start heading back. Do you close the gate behind you or you just leave it open?
He just leaves it open.
Okay. You've left the gate open. Yeah. And you begin heading back to the flock, where you're probably just going to eat more grass and go to sleep standing up as you do. Yeah, you get back to the flock and you begin like kind of settling in, getting a midnight snack, when another Malcolm says, "Oh, you're back, Malcolm.
Hi, Malcolm.
What happened to Malcolm?
What do you mean?
He was delivering. You told him to go deliver wool, and he never came back.
What?
That one you were talking to with what's his face? Proteon.
Oh, yeah, Proteus. Yeah, Proteus.
Oh, I thought it was Proteon.
Is it Proteon?
It is.
I've been calling him the wrong thing all this time.
Yes, you have.
Oops. Oh, when did Malcolm leave?
He left, this many. He holds up, 2 hooves.
Whoa, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, that's a very long time ago.
I'm gonna have to go find him.
Okay.
Make sure no one else leaves, okay?
I can't promise we won't eat all the grass.
That's fine. I know where more grass is. I
Oh.
left the gate open.
The sacred grass.
Yeah,
With
the
the
one
stones?
in the Zen garden.
I must tell the other Malcolms.
Okay.
Yeah, go find Malcolm. That would be nice.
Okay. And he turns right back around and starts rolling back into town.
All right. At this time, when you go into town, you probably see a very frustrated looking Dante. Noticing you come back into town.
He rolls up to him. Hi, Dante.
What did we say earlier?
Huh?
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought we had a conversation earlier about a certain gate you're not supposed to be going through.
Well, if you don't want people going through it, you should leave it shut.
It was shut.
No, it wasn't. It was open.
It's very strange, Dante. It's like, you know, Malcolm for he's a kind of brute force kind of guy, but it was just opened, and you know you locked it, and you still have the key. In fact, you probably promptly locked it again.
Yeah, no. If he saw it open, he would have immediately relocked it.
Oh, you can't shut the gate. All of the other, my flock's probably going to be here soon to eat.
They're not going to have any from.
But I already told them they could. The gate was open.
They're not going to be eating tonight, and
Not at all.
they haven't you already eaten?
Yeah.
Then why eat more?
It's what we do. It's important. We got to grow our wool. See? And he holds the left side of his head to show that the tassel's missing.
I assume Dante wouldn't know any of Malcolm's schedule like this aside from just.
He delivers wool, and there's a few complaints here and there, but it's maybe pity that they forgive him.
Regardless, that grass isn't for eating. It hasn't been, and I've told you repeatedly.
That is when Ira, with a tassel in her one of her four hands, comes. And before you become into view of these two, Ira, you hear the voice in your head say, "You should just give it back to him."
Yeah, I know. It's
We don't need this part of it. Your family does not need this part of it. Just give it back to him. Some part of me feels guilty about it. He is a simpleton.
he's something, all right. Yeah. I just need to figure out where he is. Like he lives to the south.
And
Uh,
as you kind of turn around the corner, that's when you see Dante and Malcolm.
Dante's
Oh.
probably standing there with his arms crossed as though he's like scolding a child.
Yeah.
Oh, that's convenient. Oh. Hey, what happened?
Another incident involving the graveyard gate. And
Oh, you've got to
another
be kidding me.
night of Malcolm here.
Malcolm!
When-
I forgot! Malcolm's missing.
You're right here.
No, not me. Malcolm.
How familiar are we with the fact that the flock here is just all named Malcolm?
You maybe know that Dante Ira being out of town a lot probably doesn't.
So, Malcolm's entire flock is all named Malcolm, which means...
Oh, there's more. Oh, right. She got it in her head, goes, oh, right, there's more of them.
Yes. Ugh. When are we going back to school?
Whatever. As soon as Dad gets better. Anyways.
We'll solve this gate problem later.
He broke in again?
He seems to be breaking in on the regular every night, but it's not him breaking in. It simply ends up being open.
Do you
Don't know
remember
who's doing it?
Do you remember where he said he was going, Ira?
He does. She knows. She remembers very well. She's considering it.
Well, we have solved this mystery, it seems. Congratulations.
Yeah. Oh, that was okay. That was her talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was that was Proteus. That was Proteus, I think.
It was his friend.
Mm-hmm.
But we gotta find Malcolm. He went up to take wool to Mr. Henders, and he never came back.
As soon as Malcolm turns away, she kind of like, with her two like primary arms, does like a finger quotes friend.
Yeah, just Dante over exaggerates, rolling his eyes. And then he looks back towards the gate, double checks it's locked. And I think I'm trying to separate like how much characters know right now based on like the state of the poisoning and what's been going on.
You like, what do you want to know?
Like, if there have been missing persons cases alongside what happened with this mill tank.
No, this is the first incident that has cropped up. Well, in
Okay.
Helmfirth anyway. It seems like more of a crime spree. This is the first kind of stabbing using a poison. And Mr. Henders was brought up, and you know about this guy too. It's a very grumpy, recluse guy who lives to the north.
Well, hopefully, Mr. Henders wasn't giving that Malcolm problems.
We should go
Oh.
ask him.
And you know too, Dante, that he's like a former apothecary herbalist too. So they kind of the lines would start to wait, herbalist, poison, stuff like that. And Malcolm's on his way there.
Possibly. He's a grumpy man, sure, but that's... We should go find him.
Do you plan on following them, Ira?
First of all, is there like a library or something of sort in this town?
No, definitely not.
Oh, okay. Definitely not. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
This is a very simple place.
Yeah. You're lucky to get an education here.
Yeah.
Malcolm's an example for that.
Yeah, I am the library. Yeah. Well, I was hoping to just
Probably all the
visit
more
the
shocking
grave.
then that
Yeah.
Dante's even able to do what he does, but I guess that's part of the clergy.
She kind of frowns. So what is this all about? The Malcolm missing something about Mr. What was it, Hemsworth?
So I had Malcolm visit earlier. There was a case. We've had to send someone else to the next side again, but this was a different kind of case. A poisoning.
Oh.
And Enders may be not the most spittable or forthcoming. What is the word? But I don't believe I would know him to be the violent type. Still, he's the only one that would know anything about poisons. And if there's another Malcolm there and he's not come back, it's not exactly a good sign.
Do you have antitoxins, Ira?
See. What?
Do you have antitoxin, Ira?
I do, or
Do you have
Do
any?
I?
The voice in your head asks that.
she kind of frowns and shakes her head.
Well, I don't want you dying. Go get that that person who opened the gate. Perhaps he can be a shield as penance for opening the gate in the first place.
It's not the first time he's been a shield.
Oh yeah,
She kind of frowns, like, okay, maybe we should we go get someone else? Proteus would be a good start. Well, maybe not.
Yeah, we should get Proteus. And Malcolm starts rolling over towards Proteus's house.
Well, I guess
He looks questioningly to Ira.
look, if something's going on, it's probably a good idea to get a search party out. I mean, the three of you are the only really search party I know of.
That's fair enough. We've already had one excursion involving the bandit experience, but
Look, I he, if someone's maybe getting poisoned, that's probably a good idea to. Well, if you said he might be the source of this poison, Mr. Hemsworth.
I wouldn't be certain. It's the only logical conclusion, but it's
At the very least, he could maybe provide some insight about what it is. Do you have any of the toxin on you? I guess it's probably in
Yeah.
the victim.
we tried our best to remove it in the first place. But
See,
sampling isn't something we do. Not
well, that's unfortunate. That would have
Yeah.
helped figure out the cause of this a lot faster.
All he does is help people become nothing.
And let's go find this sheep.
You want to get Proteus?
I think someone's already getting him.
Oh, right, yeah.
Malcolm's already been rolling off.
You
I don't
hear
think either of us noticed.
you hear an
Maybe we
unexpected
can grill Proteus about this gate too. Anyways,
you hear an unexpected thwonk at your door, Proteus.
Probably wakes him up, makes him grab his rapier. And then he sees it's Malcolm.
Yeah, you see
Hi,
Malcolm
Proteus.
upside down on his back, like with his legs wiggling. Seem to roll into your door.
Hi, Proteus.
You do realize that you're doing the opposite of your job by keeping me awake, right?
What do you mean?
If you're keeping me awake after the sun has gone down, I'm not sleeping, which means that you're not being a sleep therapist.
You're right. Oh, I'm gonna need to turn back in my degrees.
Or just eat it all. That's when you see two other figures walking towards your house with purpose, Proteus.
Probably with the light of Dante's is gonna be like, did you bring them here?
Bring
Ira
who?
in her head goes, he has an education.
Bring who where?
And he's like, well, he closes the door.
Yeah. You two arrive at Proteus's doorstep with like Malcolm on his back wiggling his legs.
Ira just goes and knocks on the door.
You hear
Malcolm pulls his legs inside of his wool and rolls over to the side and stands up.
you hear a proper knock this time, Proteus.
I'm like, from the sound, could I tell it's Ira?
You saw them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I saw Dante because he's a walking candle. I don't know if I saw Ira.
Well, she was next to him. She
Yeah.
probably could have seen her in the glow of his fire.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess he's just going to say, who is it?
A Malcolm is missing.
All right, Proteus. There's a Malcolm that's missing.
Which one?
The one with the brass bell.
I thought that he was just in the pasture.
Oh, yeah, but he was just hungry, remember? Now he went to go bring Mr. Henders' wool, but he never came back.
All right, well, we'll go find him in the morning then.
No, we gotta find him now.
Why now?
Because he's missing.
Well, you got people to help you with that.
Didn't someone just get poisoned? Like, I think leaving him out in the night is probably a bad idea. If we still don't know what happened. With the
Yeah,
last
someone might eat him.
incident.
Fine. He just opens the door, closes it, though to himself he probably is absolutely like, so that confirms my suspicions. And he's like, all right, well, okay, we're going to Mr. Henders.
Yeah.
So you see the Stantler walk out of his abode, you two, and
How's your horn?
It's fine. But I'm sure that if we don't save the Malcolm soon, he'll be less good than that was.
Mm-hmm.
Dante is just sort of looking at Proteus knowingly, but isn't actually saying anything.
Malcolm's already rolling to the north.
you see
And probably
Malcolm.
just gonna like pat Dante on the shoulder and be glad to know that you're here to witness them meet your friend again. And he moves and he keeps going.
Yeah.
What is
Maybe
that supposed to mean?
What? Was that anything?
I
Let's just go.
Yeah, so you're maybe speed walking to keep up with Malcolm.
Yeah. That's...
So it is a little bit of a hike to Mr. Hender's house. But eventually you see the small little cottage appear in the distance. Flower beds at the side of the door with various like go away signs and my property and stuff like that kind of littered throughout the fence and whatnot.
Malcolm ignores all of the warning signs and just rolls right past them.
Okay.
And he headbutts the door.
Yep. There it is.
I was gonna. I guess while he's doing that, might be looking for tracks or something.
Okay. It's a cobblestone path to the. I'm going to bring you all to a map here.
Ooh.
I'm going to
Right.
give you vision. Just a second. You have more vision than that. Just give me a hot second.
Yeah, the
wait.
120.
Oh wait, this is the wrong one.
Wrong one.
There we go.
Oh.
Oh.
And Malcolm would be right here. Yeah, so you see this cottage before you. There's several windows. There's there's flower beds to the left and right. Other than that, Malcolm wants to go right up to the door. Is there anything else the rest of you are going to do?
Uh,
He's gonna
Dante will-
look for tracks to see if there were signs of one, the Malcolm coming this way, and two, if he left again.
All right. Do a survival check. What are you two doing? Ira and Dante.
I'm probably going to at least move up behind Malcolm, just given the nature of how Malcolm conducts conversations.
All right. So you can just move yourself up to where Malcolm is. And Ira, what are you going to do?
Ira, I think, is gonna do the same thing for now.
You're
I got
gonna
a 17.
Yeah, it's just.
you're gonna approach Malcolm, or look for tracks.
Trying to make sure there's nothing else I can do. She's gonna check the. She's just gonna check the outside of the house. Just kind of just generally looking around for anything that's odd or out of place.
All right. So you're gonna like do a perimeter check, or just around the house?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I guess not really a full perimeter because but
Okay. Okay, so I'll handle Proteus first. You look to the ground and you see your tracks, Malcolm's and yours tracks, but there are another set of wulu tracks going towards the cobblestone, and that's kind of where they disappear. But you notice they offshoot and start going this way.
All right.
There
so,
are also, but there, with that roll, you also notice there is another set of tracks going that way too. Large. It looks like it's from a heavy creature.
All right. I guess he's probably just going to motion to the other two to go that direction.
But you're kind of like doing this in the background. Ira begins doing like kind of a perimeter check. Oh, well, just kind of around this area. And what you notice is there's a curtain blowing out right now. Like you kind of, not like intensely, but just kind of, it's strange because there's curtains here and here on these windows, but you see the kind of curtain slightly poking out and drifting in the wind there.
oh, the window's open.
Meanwhile, Malcolm and Dante, Malcolm just bashes into the door.
No. I'm here to do damage control, basically.
There's no response.
Oh. That's unusual. Signs and
Guys,
stuff. The fact that he hasn't answered, he would have been telling us to leave.
This is probably where Proteus makes the motion to the northeast without saying anything.
Malcolm,
Yeah.
one moment. Something's not right here. And he's going to motion for him to move back towards the rest of the group.
Malcolm will follow.
Ira's gonna peek out against this side just to get a full view of the perimeter, if that's fine.
Yeah, you can look there. Yeah, you don't see any disturbance. All you see is like the thing that seems out of place is that just the window there. You don't really see anything else.
Henders is the kind of man that would have made a fuss already at something at this hour.
Maybe I need to knock harder. And he turns back around to ram the door.
No, hold up.
Okay.
There's
Okay.
a window open. I get
You
the
were
feeling there's
close.
someone else around here.
Is it Malcolm?
Maybe.
I
Might be
guess at
something
this
else.
point, Proteus will say in dark that either Mr. Hendricks has an Ursaring as a friend, or something, or he got something to intercept the Malcolm and pull him off this direction.
The
You
way
gotta be kidding me.
the
Another
tracks
one?
Wait a minute.
the way the tracks are moving, Proteus, it seems like it doesn't seem like there's any struggle or anything. It just seems like the Wulu is heading that way.
Well, you know what I mean by intercept. You just meet someone in the middle before they reach their destination. Don't necessarily have to be aggressive.
Wait, an Ursaring? This is dredging up memories. Recent ones.
Mm-hmm. Seems like we were right to check this place out.
Proteus will also at this point say it would probably be a good idea to send someone inside the house.
Don't like
Well,
the idea of
let's-
breaking and entering, but
By the looks of it, someone's already done that for us. Like I said, there's a window open.
I guess he'll say, well, that makes it easy then. I'll go see what I can find out, because this guy's been strange.
Sounds
And
good.
you guys see what you can find over there.
All right.
Oh, you're splitting off?
Yeah. I've heard splitting the party is never a good idea.
Isn't the
No, window's over here.
the one like the open window?
it's far
The-
to the right.
Oh, okay,
here.
I guess we'll go that way then. I thought it was on the left.
Yeah. Ira is going to... Ooh. Ira's going to attempt to minor illusion in front of this window right here. A... Like, not really a painting, but basically a scene of... Okay. Ira's going to move over here.
Okay.
And
Okay.
kind of getting a view of what is over here. She's going to try and minor illusion basically that scene onto this window.
So like
Okay.
a painting of this perspective onto this.
Okay, so
Yes.
this window right here, there's a curtain on it, but
Oh.
it's a curtain, but it has like the faintest of cracks, so like if you were to get right up to it, you could see through it, but yeah, it's kind of covered right now. That's why this one on the right is kind of odd, because you see the curtain
Right.
going outside.
Okay, never mind. If it's covered, then it should be safe then.
Yeah. You noticed like this one has a curtain too.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that these are all basically like closed windows, but this one is open.
Yeah. The one on the
Yeah.
right is open. And you could see through the curtains if you get right up to it.
All right. Yeah. In that case, I was gonna kind of like gesture, be like, "It's over here." If we want to try and take a look.
Malcolm just kind of
Let's
follows
get
her
over-
gesture.
Yeah,
Alright.
Proteus will probably go like up to the window and make sure everyone's out of sight before he's probably gonna
Well,
see if he can peer into the room with it.
it seems Malcolm went
moving a
right
bit-
past it.
Malcolm's moving a bit fast. I'm trying to catch up to him, but I don't want to be moving too
All right,
quickly
well, if
either.
you're gonna grab him,
Would have tried to grab him before he gets a chance to run off ahead of everyone.
just speak up.
Okay, so where are you going, Proteus? You're going there. Okay, move. You can move there.
Okay.
And it's dark in there. Actually, no, you can just see.
Yeah,
Okay. So you peer inside, and what you see. How big is your dark vision?
120 feet.
Okay, you can see the whole room. Yeah. Okay. What you see in there is a quaint little living space. You see a furnace going over here, with a very weak flame kind of sputtering. But what catches your attention immediately is you see a dining table with a plate smashed on the ground with several foods littering the ground, and a chair on its side. And you can definitely see from this vantage point that the window is broken.
All right, I think he'll minor illusion whisper that to the group over here.
Okay.
Who said that?
To Malcolm, it's just going to sound like Proteus was significantly closer than he was.
Okay. That's what you got.
Okay.
That's on the floor.
They just grab him through the window?
Is Malcolm in
Huh.
there?
The food has been poisoned?
No. If the window is open and they
Someone was going after
someone came through the
Hendrix.
window, grabbed him, and then well, I don't know what happened after that. Here,
It's
let's
possible
see if we can get.
Henrik is trying to play innocent, like he was a victim as well, but he doesn't strike me as the type to do that, considering all of
Let's see if we-
his tax evasions.
What?
Malcolm's gonna
Let's
roll
just
up
get
to
a,
this
let's get
window.
a proper look at this. Oh, my bad.
Is Malcolm in there?
No.
Let's get properly over to that window then, if there's nothing else to see over here.
There's been a break,
I'm-
and I think
I
it's fair to
believe in
investigate.
having multiple ways in and out. And he's going to he's gonna like undo the bolts on the window and like pop it out.
The way the window is set up is it has one of those little latches kind of on the side that you'd need to be on the inside to unlatch it.
Slightly more modern than your basic.
Obviously, they bypass that because it's broken, but
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. Not high enough level to do that yet.
I think. Investigate.
okay. So what are you guys doing?
Yeah, let's get properly
Malcolm's gonna
over
break
here.
off
Malcolm-
from the group
oh,
and walk
gosh.
over to the window and look inside.
All right.
I
You,
stepped
Oh,
away
that's-
from 2 seconds, and he's.
you see Malcolm roll off and go towards the broken window, and yeah, you see the wind kind of like blowing the curtain slightly outside Malcolm, as there is a broken window here.
It's open. He walks inside.
Yeah.
Uh,
You
Hmm.
see on the ground, you see there's a carrot, there's a fish, there's
He starts eating the carrot.
okay, now that
Okay.
you're inside. Kind of
Sorry, I looked over
Dante's
to the
trying
left when I
to
shouldn't
grab
have.
through the window to try to stop.
So question.
yeah.
Did Proteus point out the tracks?
No,
Like,
he
did
has not
Did he
yet.
point them out to the group? Okay. Okay,
I'm like,
that's all.
Yeah, I think by now he probably would have.
Malcolm, in your view, there is a sack on the ground. You can see right over here.
Does it look like the kind of sack that they used for to carry wool around?
Yeah.
All right, he's gonna roll on over to it.
Gosh.
All right. Yeah, you see Malcolm going in here.
Oh, there
I
he
haven't
goes.
gotten the chance to grab him.
Are you guys staying outside?
I'm
I
trying.
mean, we would be moving, but we were asked not to move ourselves.
But are you gonna go inside? Is what I'm asking.
I will probably end up following him in because at this point, if Malcolm's in there and no one stops him, he's either going to cause a mess or get himself hurt.
All right.
So
You're all gonna go inside.
Ira is going to follow Dante very carefully, kind of fluttering over the broken shards of glass.
All right.
If this is not too much, Ira could Ira go over here and unlatch that window?
Would you want to go in through the right side, Proteus, or would you want to do that?
Yeah, I like what I want to do is probably go over here and keep an eye out there, and just kind of. I mean, I guess I could hide under the table.
Okay. Yeah. You
Let's go
definitely
hide under the table.
could definitely do that. But you do notice like there's a back door here that you can tell goes outside. There's a door here, and you see Malcolm going over towards a sack. Proteus,
Do I?
you see the red stains on the ground.
I was gonna ask.
Oh, Ira
Just
sees
figure
that
out.
too.
here,
Yeah.
I don't think I have.
Ira kind of freezes at the sight of that.
I don't think I have dark vision or anything of that sort, so I got to figure out my range.
She.
And Malcolm, yeah,
She's gonna like.
it's a bag of wool.
Oh.
All right. I'll collect it into my inventory if that's all right.
Yep, you can take the sack. Anyway, Iro, what are you about to do?
Malcolm.
You hear Ira's voice, Malcolm.
Huh?
Get back. Quiet.
Yeah, like Dante's also motioning for him to come back towards us.
I found the wool, guys.
Shh.
Dante's gonna make sure to grab around. I assume this is like almost like a collar thing that Malcolm's wearing with the bell, or what is it?
Oh, you could just grab one of his horns.
Yeah,
Or
no,
his
I'm gonna.
hat.
His hat's not easily attached to him because he's wearing it around the neck. I'm gonna grab one of his horns.
Wait, you said you went under the table, right, Proteus?
Yep.
Underneath the table, you notice there's like a cleverly hidden, like kind of ledge under it, and there seems to be a book there.
I'll take that. What
Okay.
does the cover say?
It doesn't really have a title, but you could tell it's like a journal.
All right. Well, let's read the last page as you do.
Okay. I'll just put it in the chat. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm gonna mention and motion to Ira to maybe leave the back door unlocked.
Ira is going to, very carefully move over. Well, is there a latch on the back door? Does it
Yes.
seem like there is?
Yeah, definitely. It's locked. Like in the same way that kind of the windows are, there's a latch there, kind of one of those hook chains. Like you can easily unlock it.
Okay, yeah, she's going to very carefully kind of like head over there and unlatch the door.
All right. Yeah.
She's very wary of this door right in front of her.
Yeah. Nothing appears to pop out, and you unlock the door.
Our vision's only like what 30 normally.
Well, it's kind of like you could see it's just dim light.
Okay, so we could see the bloodstains then.
Yeah, everyone is pretty aware of the bloodstains at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I think that rules out the question of poisoning. And more importantly, the question now is Pender's or Malcolm's blood?
Malcolm's blood.
Shh.
Malcolm's gonna start tugging in the direction that the blood was in.
Tugging
Dante
Dante.
is going to at least move up to here.
Okay, yeah, you can move up to there. You get a view of the sink over there, too. Seems perfectly undisturbed over here.
Okay, so
All right. Am I able to test this door?
Yeah, you can go over there and test it.
All right. It's not locked.
Nope.
All right. I'm gonna peek through it.
Are you using like you gonna open it a little?
Yeah. I don't have mirrors.
Okay. Well, they'd be in the thieves' tools.
Yeah, it's part of the kit.
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah. I would use the mirrors.
Yeah. You could. I'll let you use a sleight of hand to try and kind of finagle it in the right direction, just to get a good view of what's in there.
All right. 24.
24. It appears to be a pantry, and there are several. There's several here. I can actually kind of show you what's in there. There's several food in there, food stuff in there. But with that roll of where you can see there's potions in there too.
All right. He's going. I guess he's going to say, in dark to them. There's potions in the pantry there. I'm gonna get them real quick, but I think we need to follow Malcolm's lead. Actually,
Let's hold off on stealing from this place until we know that the owner is deceased.
we want those potions. I won't take no for an answer. And he's gonna like try to open the door quietly and get inside.
Do a stealth roll for me.
All right, here we go. 25. Oh, it's better than this one.
You
Alright, then.
you definitely just kind of open the door, putting pressure on it so it doesn't squeak or anything, and it opens.
All right, and yeah, I'm gonna get the potions and then come back.
There are 2 potions of healing in there,
All right.
amongst the various food.
taking no for an answer suspects you know something. I get there's potentially something happened here, scuffle maybe with Malcolm and Henders, but
Let's go check out and make sure. Let's
a lot
go.
of conclusions being made that I'm not a fan of.
All right, so who's going to take the lead?
Malcolm.
I'm gonna at least let Malcolm keep moving forward. I'm just kind of making sure he doesn't run. way
It's the
too far
dog
ahead.
on a leash that's trying to carry you
All right.
away scenario. While we just...
Are you just going to go to the end of the hall, Malcolm?
Is there anything interesting here?
There's a bookshelf with several books on it.
I was
Right.
very interested in that.
He doesn't know what
Well-
those are for, so he's just
Then-
going to keep going.
The nerds in the back are are interested in
He's going to
books,
go
but
up
they
to
must-
about right here, unless the DM says otherwise.
No, you can go right up to there. You're in front
Alright.
of a door here, and there's a door here, and
Later.
Move.
the stains go to a door here.
All right.
Move to this door. I think checking our doors is probably a good idea to see. But
Yeah, Malcolm's smart enough to know that Proteus seems to like looking at doors, so he'll probably wait so that he can check out the doors.
All right.
Okay. Well, I'll check out this door first because the other one is body blocked.
All right. Well, do a sleight of hand again if you were going to do the mirror trick anyway.
Yeah. 11.
It appears you can make out it's a bedroom. You can't really. There appears to be a table of some sort in there, but there's also a bed. There's something on the table, but you can't quite finagle it in the right direction.
Okay. I think. Oh. Yeah. I'll see if I can go check this door as well. with
All
the
right.
mirror.
I'll,
Same deal.
Yep.
Just a sleight of hand.
Pull Malcolm back out of the way. So
17.
It's a bathroom. You see a kind of bathtub and a chamber pot.
All right. Nothing weird.
Yeah. Nothing out of the ordinary in there.
Okay. Then he is going to open this door.
Shouldn't we be making sure whoever the source of this blood is alive?
It's locked.
All right. Well, we can change that.
Yeah, you can.
while this is going on, Dante might need Iris of the face and start trying to move forward a little bit.
All right. What did you roll to open the door?
Like, I'm like, I have to think if I have expertise or proficiency in it. An 8. It's over.
Oh,
It won't open. There's also do a perception check too, since you're really close to the door.
All right. Perception. 17.
There's a strange smell coming from behind this door.
oh,
It smells like. It almost just smells like. Is that pungent or like it smells like gasoline?
Which door?
The one Proteus is in front of.
Hmm.
I'll tell you what. You can try opening it again, but you all will have to roll d6. That's what I'll do for this.
How is the door handle affixed to it?
It's just an average doorknob that's kind of fixed to the door in a very mundane way.
All right. So is it locked with a deadbolt or is it a lock?
It's a lock.
All right, that makes my life easy. I'm going to just unscrew the door from the doorknob from the door.
Okay.
Oh.
What do you have to? Do you have a tool to do that?
I do.
Oh.
I pull out my black screwdriver.
Okay. Yeah, that'll work. You don't have to roll a d6 if
It
you
is
do it that way.
perfect for this door, I might add.
All right. Yeah, you managed to just kind of take the knob off entirely, and
Oh, cool, no rolls.
and
All right,
I'll let you in there.
and he's going. Oh, I guess we have to sneaky open the door.
Well, there's no. Well, yeah, you do.
Gotta keep it from creaking.
Yeah, even though there's no doorknob.
Yeah. I guess I'll add doorknob to my inventory. 19 for the sneaky open.
Yep, you're fine. You get it open. It moves open without a sound. It appears to be a bedroom, but there's kind of this little makeshift laboratory here with it's the source of the smell. There is a scratch pad on the desk with 2 vials of something, and it appears like there's like some experiment that was being run here.
All right. He's probably going to motion for everyone to go into the room and kind of read this over. I mean, you guys just watched him go up to this door, do the mirror trick, and then just fiddle with the lock, and then just remove the doorknob entirely and pocket it, and then motion for everyone to go inside.
All right.
And you probably smell the smell when he opens.
Yeah,
it
you
too.
smell. You guys all smell that smell. It makes probably Malcolm's nose scrunch.
Smells bad.
Dante just raises the collar over his nose, over his robes.
Okay, yeah, you stand. Is there anything in particular you wish to do in this room?
Well, we gotta read the notes and examine the vials.
Okay, well, if you're looking at the notes, it's your choice to read it out loud or not. But it says that.
Oh, there's a lot.
Oh boy. All right. Experiment log, alchemist's fire, subject, investigation into the potency of alchemist fire. Objective: determine the cause of the weakened efficacy of alchemist fire's batches produced in recent months. Man, this guy's going full MLA on this. Observations. Initial trials. Produced 3 batches of standard alchemist fire using the traditional recipe. Observed significant reduction in combustion intensity and duration compared to historical data. 2. Controlled conditions. Conducted experiments under various controlled environmental conditions. Verified that neither humidity nor temperature variations account for the reduced potency. Material quality. Cross-checked raw materials from multiple suppliers to rule out impurities or degradation. Confirmed all ingredients meet the highest alchemical standards. Geographic anomalies. Noted similar complaints from fellow alchemists in the northern region. Anecdotal reports suggest a pervasive issue affecting fire-based alchemical products. Hypothesis: environmental interference. Suspecting an unknown environmental factor is interfering with fire-based reactions. Conclusion: the weakened state of alchemist's fire remains unresolved. Preliminary evidence suggests a broader environmental or arcane cause. Further collaboration with regional alchemists and arcane researchers is imperative to isolate the source. Next steps: prepare a comprehensive report for Lumhausen and continue monitoring.
And
What?
those are 2 vials you see there are alchemist fire.
The Proteus was reading all of this out loud.
No, I was just reading it for the sake of convenience.
Okay.
I assume that everyone was reading silently, or
Yeah.
else they would hear us. Malcolm wants window.
Yeah.
Yeah, is this a... I was muted.
Yeah.
Is this a door or a window?
That's a window.
Okay.
It's a window.
Okay, that's the one that goes outside. Got it.
Okay.
Alright. I'm gonna take alchemist fire.
There's 2 of them there.
I'll offer one to to Ira.
If you did read it out loud, those were a lot of big words, Malcolm, that you don't understand.
He kind of looks at it as like, you're making a lot of assumptions about the state of this man. Look, we should be making sure that whoever's blood that is actually alive before we check the rest of the source.
Does Malcolm actually check under the bed, Quill?
No, he's just standing there.
I guess since you mentioned it,
Probably
since we're in
me.
here, oh,
I should mention that Proteus is like what we would call a midget Stantler.
Yeah.
He's very short,
Hmm.
so it's probably easiest for him to get under there if there's anything under there.
You want to look under the bed?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you look under the bed. There's nothing under there.
Okay.
Just dust
Nice.
bunnies.
Guys, there's someone bleeding out.
All right.
we
Well,
should
let's
install.
go.
We're still.
Should be, yes, I know.
I'm just
Malcolm's pulling.
nothing is adding up here.
What do you mean?
Don't worry about it. Follow the sheep. He's getting away.
No, I am gonna worry about it. What do you mean?
There was something in the notes that I didn't get the chance to read them.
Oh yeah, I guess I swiped the notes as well.
Just looting this guy. All right. Yeah, there's a door where the stain goes underneath, but you notice this door is slightly ajar.
Interesting. So it's not locked.
Yeah.
He's getting ready to headbutt at Dante.
No, he's gonna pull Malcolm back and go for the handle.
Okay. Yeah.
Slowly open it.
It leads to a flight of stairs that twists and goes down.
Basement.
Right.
He's either down there or someone dragged him down there.
Someone is dragging us down there right now.
Are any of you proficient
certainly
in medicine?
Nope.
Medicine.
No,
No.
Okay.
No.
All
the
right.
cleric isn't.
I took insight perception.
All right.
Malcolm's rolling down the
Yeah, he's
stairs.
trying
All
to
right.
read me.
Are you all going down the stairs? Because Malcolm certainly is.
Yeah. There's no stopping him, and if I don't,
Iris
he's gonna go on his
in the
own.
back.
All right.
We are in
Order-
this
order
formation
is,
for all intents and purposes.
Oh yeah, we're in marching order. Oh,
Malcolm's probably right here.
Wait. Now here is where it actually starts getting dark. So if you don't have dark vision, then
Oh.
who doesn't have dark vision?
Malcolm.
I think it's just
Dante
Malcolm.
doesn't.
All right.
oh,
yeah.
don't they?
Wait, no. No, I'm not a dark type. I'm ghost type, and I don't see anything in here about dark vision.
Well, turn on your nightlight.
I produce flame and stuff is on fire type, and I'm not on fire type right now.
He turned off his spooky ghost smoke.
I said I'm on ghost
Fire.
type. I'm not on fire.
It's spooky ghost fire that doesn't emit light.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Looking.
can
looking.
Ira can see in the dark?
Ira can.
All right. So Ira and Proteus are the only ones who can see right now.
Okay. I do not have a light spell.
Looking. Anything is probably.
Good thing I keep some night lights. And he takes out a torch.
All right.
Oh no! Proteus is going to force a hooded lantern into Dante's hands and then like snuff the torch.
What is the distance of the hooded lantern?
Isn't that the one that?
The hooded lantern is 30-30 of light, but you can use an action to shut it.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. So you are now maybe you have like just a hooded lantern tied to you, Dante.
Okay. Gotcha.
All right.
He's. Yeah, I was looking. I just didn't have anything.
Yeah,
All right.
I got you.
All right.
Right.
You're
Ace. I'll probably try to push past Malcolm.
yeah. And as you shine the light, you see a body crumpled on the ground.
Oh. That's. Is he not moving or anything?
He does not appear to be moving.
I'm gonna slowly start making my way forward.
All right.
Malcolm's right next to him, or well, behind him slightly.
All right. As you go to him, I want Malcolm and Dante to do perception checks.
Okay.
Ten.
14. Low.
There is a sound, Dante, coming from down here. You can just faintly make it out. It sounds like something bumping down in kind of it's a little ways away, but something's coming from that direction.
Something else is down here.
Want me to draw it out?
Oh, I think that Malcolm can do that quite well.
I'd rather it come to us than the other way around.
Again, I think Malcolm can do that quite well.
Okay.
Thinking I got
Are these like wine barrels?
Only Dante can see them, but they are like large barrels.
I mean, wouldn't the rest of the group be able to kind of see if they're?
Oh, right, yeah, you have a light, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
then you can all see them.
Yeah. I mean, we have dark vision.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you can see they're very large barrels that appear to be able to open.
I've got an idea here. I'm going to, before we move up, I'm going to try to use message on Henders. Just say, Henders, if you're there, please just respond through this. Don't move.
You wait a second. You wait 5.
Right now, this isn't.
There's no response.
It's not a good sign. Tried. At least something to get him to respond. But I'm afraid Henders might have already passed.
Well, I'm sure that's a tragedy for you, but for now, there's a guy around the corner that might be willing to do that to the living.
How loudly are
Maybe
you saying
lower your
this?
voice if you
Proteus,
want.
Dante actually gives Proteus a glare.
How loudly are you saying that, Proteus?
Probably whispering it, but if it hears it, it hears it.
Okay, also you're whispering it.
I was gonna say either way. I'm gonna say lower your damn voice if you don't want it to do that. Then
I can see Malcolm wants to move forward, yes. I'm thinking to myself that Proteus is the better sneak here and probably needs to be the one to sneak around and look.
What do you want me to do? Go up there and ask it to nicely quit killing people?
At least know what's there. Rather than blindly turning the corner and possibly getting stabbed.
or stab it yourself if you're quiet enough.
So then I'll go over here and use the mirrors to look around the corner.
Okay. You do realize you're like kind of be shining a light over there too.
Should I have to?
Well,
Well,
that's
I
a
just
Dante
can't.
thing. He can shut it if he wants to.
All right. All right. Are you gonna shut the light?
I'll shut the light for now.
All right. Proteus.
That Malcolm and I can't see.
Proteus, do a stealth roll if you're gonna try and round the corner.
I was just gonna use the mirrors to try to look
Oh.
around it.
Okay, if you're gonna do that, I'm gonna just place you right there, and that's what you see. You see, you just see several more barrels, and but you don't see any signs of life. But in actuality, you're right here.
Okay. So now I would probably try to sneak my way down to like the bottom barrel and wedge my way between them.
All right, I'll treat like between the barrels as difficult terrain, but you'll have no problem doing that. But just in case something breaks out, that's what you get. So do a stealth roll to get there.
I'll just say now, if I hear if any sounds of a struggle, I will just open the
Release the sheep.
Ira is going to kind of just gently nudge Proteus to move forward. Or not Proteus, but Dante to move forward as she sees Proteus go around the corner.
Yeah, I got a 13.
Yeah.
Like
probably to about here.
Well, I can't see, so you have to basically...
Yeah, Malcolm can't see either.
Yeah.
You have to guide both Malcolm and I to a...
Yeah, she's nudging him to this square right here.
Yeah.
I think Malcolm would be here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
he'd be here.
All right, Proteus, go where you wish to go.
All right, so we go here and then.
Yeah.
Oh, there's nothing here.
You see a door there though, and since you're close, you hear a wet thwack coming from this door.
Is it like on the door or like on a table?
Behind the door. Behind this door right here.
Yeah, but what's it thwacking on?
You don't
It's
know.
not the door itself.
It's not the door. It's something behind the door where you hear the sound coming from behind.
Ugh.
Alright, so interesting. Probably on something hard either way. But yeah, I guess Proteus will once again just wave them over.
Oh well, I don't think anyone can see
Well,
Iris.
Ira
Well,
can
I guess
see him
Iris.
doing this.
I guess like she can probably see around the barrels,
Yeah.
maybe.
Now you can see me do it.
Okay.
Before you start all moving there, to get close, I'm gonna have you all do stealth rolls. So, are you prepared for that? That Proteus has detected there's something in there, and if you're gonna get closer to it, then the rest of you have to do stealth rolls. Right now, he's good.
Ira's gonna. Okay, so
I'm gonna find out what's on the other side with the mirrors first.
Ira, Proteus like motions for them to follow. Ira's gonna motion back, kind of like lifting up the hood.
Okay.
So...
Not to Dante, but to Proteus.
I guess he'll kind of do a wait kind of motion, and then he'll go over to the door and do the mirror trick.
The thing about this door, though, Proteus, it's in the state the stairwell door was in, where it's slightly ajar. Does that change what you wish to do here?
All right, he's probably going to motion to like open the shutter, and he might even point straight at Malcolm and point at the door.
Okay. So Ira's gonna like quietly whisper, light him up.
I don't know. So in that case,
I don't have enough movement left to get behind the barrels and hide.
I guess I'm opening the lantern.
You-
Though.
If you want to hide behind the barrel, you can do that.
All right. Yeah.
Sounds like we're just basically getting ready to send Malcolm in.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going brute force time.
Okay.
Ira says Brody says to just send the sheep in.
All right. You're gonna send Malcolm in then. Is that right, Malcolm?
Yep.
Okay, so-
open the
So I'm gonna-
shutters and
So
all that
I'm gonna
stuff.
give you some choices here. You can
Mhm.
so you could have a surprise round at whatever's in there, but you're gonna attack it no matter what it is.
Oh,
Or you could assess what the situation, and then if it's something hostile, then we roll as normal. That's what we'll do. So what are you going to do?
If this choice is up to Malcolm, he's not anticipating any sort of violence right now, so he'd probably just walk right in like nothing's happening. That's out of.
oh,
Your party could advise maybe too if you want them to do something.
personally, I'm on the assess side of things.
Yeah,
Wildly
let's.
going
I
in
think
if-
it's best to not.
I mean, how big did these footsteps sound?
What
The-
could also be,
Because they'd be heavier sounds if it was like a bigger creature, like the ones whose tracks we saw outside.
I don't think it's footsteps.
I think this is either someone being attacked inside and there's a dead body, or someone is stuck and just, I don't know.
Well, go sheep.
All right, so you're assessing Malcolm?
Yep.
All right, so
Need light though. Are you gonna give the lantern to him?
You want to have the lantern instead then? So,
Well, he needs to be able to see.
Put it in his hat.
Hang
I
it off
guess-
of hang it off of one of his horns.
I guess Malcolm's getting the lantern then.
It can replace the tassel.
okay.
Yeah.
You just hang it off there.
Yep.
Okay.
His
All right.
head is less lopsided.
Okay. So we enable vision for Malcolm, and it's 60 feet. And we take vision off of Dante.
I think I should be like just over here.
All right. Do a stealth roll, Proteus. Just to see how well hidden you are in there.
All right, more stealth. 12.
Nice.
Nice. All right. Malcolm, the door is slightly ajar.
All right. He just kind of pushes it open. Hi.
Oh,
Oh,
So when you open the door, you see this creature jabbing down into Malcolm as you see that same red fluid just spurting out. And as you open the door, Malcolm, the creature's head jerks and twitches with sparks just shooting out as it jerks and looks towards you with these piercing crimson eyes. And there are pieces missing of this metal creature that some of it look organic, and in its kind of chest it has one of those rocks you ate that are just sending out these tendrils throughout it as it kind of every twist and jerk and rotation it makes with its limbs, just sparks shoot out of it, and its head like just jerks and convulses as it looks towards you, Malcolm, as it prepares to attack you. Let us roll for initiative.
uh-oh.
Dun, dun,
that's
dun. It has
Hmm.
flesh dice. It's not a construct.
No,
Ira was not
it's-
ready.
It's both.
I don't
It's
have
a
a learn.
bio construct thing.
Nat
Abomination.
20. Goodbye.
Wow.
Proteus was very ready.
Any of you have like alert or anything?
I don't think I
don't
can
think
that
so.
one.
Okay. We'll say you were on. Just a second. We'll say you're on this tile, Malcolm. I don't want to put you in range of it if you don't want to be. Or did you think you walked in the room?
Honestly, Malcolm would have walked into the room.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
then
no.
you're there.
Bye, Malcolm.
Proteus, you are hidden. It does not see you. And you are first one up.
Well, that's good for me. Because
What you also notice too, when you look at this creature, it looks damaged, like someone got a few licks in it. Because there's like pieces of the metal exoskeleton missing where you see these organic bits sticking out.
that's good for us.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna come out and throw a black dagger at him.
Okay, make an attack roll with advantage.
Alright, here we go. That's over 20 to hit.
And then over 20 will hit.
Alright, so then that's gonna be 9 damage to him.
Alright.
And then this is 10, so then 15, 20, going back behind this barrel for cover.
Okay. Yeah, you get back behind the barrel for cover as the dagger manages to go inside one of the open spots in the metal exoskeleton, and it just kind of, it doesn't even, when you see it get hit, Malcolm, it doesn't even like react to it. It just kind of just goes into it, and it still just seems hostile.
Okay.
All right. I say that because it's now its turn, and it's gonna look at you, Malcolm, and just you see its like limbs just go. It begins trying to stab you.
Okay.
21 to hit,
Yep.
Ooh.
and a nat 1 for the other attack.
All right.
It is going to do 10 points of slashing damage as the attack hits you, just scratches you across the your woolly hide.
All right.
All right, Malcolm, we go to you.
It looks like someone needs a nap. And Malcolm's gonna rage,
All right,
aka sleepwalk, and he's gonna start attacking.
all right. You see the dandelions.
All right. Find the right chat room. Okay. $16.
16. I think you're looking for a 17 here. Yeah. You just miss it.
All right. I think that's all Malcolm can do on his turn.
Okay, Dante.
Okay. Malcolm just took a. So.
All right.
The I'm going to go ahead and first off. However, I will see Malcolm from here, and I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on him.
Okay. You feel this this aura. What do you flavor this as, Dante?
So how do I flavor this? It's a strange feeling. Hold on, I'm trying to think of how to flavor this.
These red wings just kind of deflect attacks.
That's a good way to handle it. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, as the creature begins striking Malcolm, just kind of like these just wings just parry his attacks. Just these spectral red and black wings.
And after that, I think since it's my bonus attack, I might as well try to help here. So
I think you have +2 to your AC.
Yeah,
Malcolm.
that's +2 to Malcolm. And back there, so that was. Only attacking Malcolm. Then. Risk that. I'll let other people get into. Oh, and I will try to smack this thing, two-handing my quarterstaff.
All right. Make an attack roll. Shield of Faith is only a bonus action?
It's only a bonus action.
Okay. Yeah. Then make an attack roll.
It's 5. Oh.
A 7 will not hit. You hit it. It just kind of just clangs off the metal bits.
Okay. That's everything.
All right. Then we're gonna go to the top of the round or bottom of the round with Ira.
Hi.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's gonna move over here first.
Okay.
See what's happening. Just kind of stop for a second, like, oh god. What is that?
That's a good question.
Okay. She's going to cast Hex on it as a bonus action.
Sorry.
And then with her main action, fire off an Eldritch Blast.
All right. Which ability score are you hexing to?
Hexing, I'm going to hex Strength.
All right. Yep. Then blast away.
All right, yeah. So she fires off this dark. Basically, it's like a dark orb of energy with a kind of bright white, almost star shape in the center, kind of streaking across like it's like a shooting star almost.
All right. Make an attack roll.
Okay. 8.
It zooms past and just hits the firewood on the left as it just got a.
All right, maybe we'll get a 3 next time.
All right. Now, top of the round. Where are you doing anything else, Sarah?
No, that's all I can do.
All right. Proteus.
Yeah, I don't think these turns are gonna have a whole lot.
Level 1
Yeah,
characters.
I think for now the best thing I can do is just to keep hucking black daggers.
Yeah.
I don't have advantage, and I won't get it.
Oh,
11.
boy. Yeah, that's a miss.
Hmm.
The
Alright,
dagger flies wide.
making me reconsider some options. But let's see what happens, I guess.
All right. This thing is going to... You see this red cartridge on its back as a bonus action. It kind of like... You hear a clicking sound as it just begins to spark and splutter, as you see its claws begin to glow red hot. And then its whole body just combusts on fire. It looks like it was not intentional. It is now burning.
Oh.
But it's red hot at the same time as it's going to attack Malcolm. Getting a nat 1 for the first attack.
Yo.
And a 4 on the dice for the second one. So you see these red hot like claws trying to stab you, Malcolm. But a combination of your just footwork and Dante's shield just parries the blows, or you dodge them. And it will now go to your turn.
All right. Only one way to find out if we'll catch on fire if we attack this thing, guys.
And it will take roll 2d6 for
Okay.
Ooh.
Who, me?
me. Yeah, it's your turn next, so you can do it.
4.
So you see the fire begin, like, it looks really effective on this, and it would be vulnerable to it. You would take vulnerability damage from it, but the fire just seems to be really weak for some reason. So it takes 4 damage, but if something's just strange going on with the fire. But yeah, it's your turn.
All right. Smacking it. 12.
A 12 does not hit.
And
Yeah, that's all Malcolm can do.
All right, Dante.
okay, I want this thing to make a whiz save.
I got... Oh my god. I got an 11.
That's a fail, as it hears a bell ring out, and it is taking... Assuming it does take necrotic damage. Damage, so D12. From Toll the Dead. 9 damage.
Ouch. It begins, like, you see pieces of it falling off as you hit it. Doesn't look bloodied, but it's getting there.
And I don't have anything I do with my bonus action, so that'll be it.
All right, going to Ira.
All right. Ira is going to. Ira's going to pass the alchemist fire that Proteus gave back to him. She's got a way better aim than I do, and she's going to fire off another blast.
All right, do an attack roll.
All right. Let's see. That's +6.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it goes wide once again.
Case in point.
Proteus.
Alright. Do I trust Dice Parser with this? I don't really have much of a choice. So we're gonna try it. I'm going to I guess if I huck the alchemist fire, what would I be rolling for that? Would I have proficiency or no?
I'll say you do, because it's just kind of like whipping a Molotov cocktail.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could do a I'll tell you what, if you go right up to it, I will just let it hit with... I'll let it hit You're smashing it over its head.
I think I'm going to keep the range.
All right.
20.
A 20 to hit. That 20 will hit
nice.
it.
Sorry.
All right.
And I want you to roll 2d4 for this.
All right. Do I get sneak attack or?
Ah, I guess you do. It's a ranged weapon attack.
All right. The bottle did 6 damage and the fire did 6 damage.
Oh, wow. How much did the fire do?
6. So 12 altogether.
All right. So it's just normal because the fire would be resisted by everything, except this thing is weak to fire, so it's just like normal right now. But with that, it looks like it's kind of staggering.
All right. Well, that's good.
Huh.
Do I have any?
Are you doing anything
Not
else?
really. Yeah. That's all I can really do.
This thing sees that you hit it, and when it's on fire, its movement speed is 50, so it's gonna just
Oh
My gosh.
Yes.
Do we get okay.
Yes, you do. If you want to take opportunity checks.
Oh gosh.
20.
You hit it, Malcolm.
And oh my gosh, my rolls.
8 damage.
You give it a whack as like one of its arms falls off. But it's still going to attack. It's gonna lay 2 into Proteus. Or no, it's gonna one.
This is gonna end well, guys.
One for Proteus, one for Ira.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
20 for Proteus.
20. Well, that's hitting. It's not a nat 20 like last.
Oh, and I think it actually misses Ira. Because, yeah, 11 for Ira.
Yeah, that'll miss.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you're gonna take some extra damage because it's on fire.
Oh, I think he's just going down.
Probably. We'll
Alright.
find out.
All right. So I gotta. 11 damage for the slashing,
All right.
and you're gonna take some fire damage.
How much?
You're gonna take 6 fire damage.
We almost died.
Okay, you're still standing.
Oh.
No.
No,
I
he's-
mean, we
he's-
almost outright killed me.
Oh, we don't have that rule though.
Level
Okay.
1.
Yeah.
But we would have.
Yeah. So you're
This
down.
is why we don't use this.
Oh, I'm very much down. We were one hit point away from instant death. If we
Okay.
were playing with that rule.
I think most of us only have 9 HP.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So, as
Well-
a very familiar sight, as you see another creature drop down.
Huh.
A small black creature wearing horns and hooves.
Wearing sticks and has a wool coat flipped inside out.
Mm-hmm.
A roll 2d6 Proteus.
Okay. 4.
You have a feeling if fire were at its full capabilities, that would have killed it, but it's melting away very quickly. But it's standing over Proteus right now. Malcolm.
Rolls up and is gonna try to smack it again.
All right. Take a swing at it.
14.
A 14 misses.
Jeez.
Dante. It looks like it's one good hit away from...
One good hit. The question is, do I make it to a save or do I actually try to hit it?
Mhm.
The other question is, do I get Proteus now? Because it might go after Proteus if I miss.
When you look at... Give me an insight check.
Insight.
Insight this bug.
13.
What you suss out from this thing is there's just nothing there. It just seems mechanical, and it just seems to be on this directive just to do what it's doing.
It's most likely been just attacking whatever seemed to hit it last.
Yeah.
It's going to go after Proteus then if it doesn't go down now. Was there. I can kind of get there because of difficult terrain.
Yeah. Just treat it as 10 feet of movement going in between there.
Okay. I'm going to use Cure Wounds
All right.
on Proteus.
All right, roll.
And,
Yeah.
he's down, so that's just instantly max. So he
Oh.
is getting. He is getting plus my wisdom.
I'm pretty sure I'm just back to full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get 12 HP.
You're prone on the ground, Proteus, with this thing looming over you. Its eyes glowing a crimson red, and you see the stone in its chest just kind of sputtering now.
All right.
Get up. This isn't your time yet. Not to this thing.
He's probably not really listening so much as he's like reaching for the alchemist fire right now.
Ira.
Okay. Okay. Every bone. Well, not bone. She doesn't have any of those. Every fiber of Ira's being is just screaming at her to get out of there. And I feel like Andromeda is too.
Yeah. This thing is
Yeah.
dangerous. Get out of here.
Yep. Let's see. Am I gonna do anything, or am I just gonna disengage?
I will say,
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
you can. Proteus is holding the alchemist fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that. You know what? I'm gonna use 5-star, actually.
Okay, yeah. So, you shoot. It's just gonna be a D4 plus 1. It's just basically magic missile.
Yeah, she basically is starting to back off, and as she does, one of the spots on her back just starts lighting up, and she basically just like pushes it forward into this thing's chest.
All right.
Well, 2 damage.
Sadly, that's that didn't take it down, but it's just kind of like limping. It's just like a malfunctioning robot right now, just kind of haphazardly just swinging around and just trying to puncture something.
I think she's gonna back up still.
All right,
Honestly.
So you're willing to take the opportunity attack?
Ooh.
It is still on fire, I should point out.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Okay, she's gonna stand there.
Proteus.
All right. Well, here we go. Alchemist fire time.
Okay.
I guess I have to stand up first, though.
Yeah. All right. So I'll let you On second thought, I'll do this. I'll just assume its AC is 10 to break the bottle on it. So you make the attack and just don't get under 10, otherwise the bottle just kind of flings off.
All right. Well, let's see. That gives us a 50% chance of success. If we get bad.
Oh!
11.
Yeah.
You got it.
You got it. So yeah, you get the bottle, you smash it over its head, and just the flames begin. It only has 2
I
HP
like to
left.
think more like he leapt up from the ground and just drove it straight through the crystal core.
Yeah, you could flavor this as it only had 2 HP left, so 2d4 will definitely do 2 damage.
Yeah, and the extra d6.
Yeah. So yeah, how do you finish it off?
Yeah, like I said, I think he's just going to spring up from the ground and just drive it through the crystal shard in its chest as it continues to light on fire and melt, and the crystal shard probably like pops out the other side from the shiv.
Yeah. Well, what you do actually is you kind of jump up and it begins like flailing around, trapped in these flames that you have created, and it kind of hunkers down to the ground a little bit, and you hear a sound. Beep, beep, beep,
Oh.
beep, beep.
Now we run.
What do you do?
We run.
The problem is we left Malcolm.
Yeah, well, let's go down the order. Proteus, you still have movement left. Half your movement, actually.
Oh, there's not a whole lot of time to get out of the way. We got 5, and then we got 10. We're gonna get some cover.
Okay. It's doing that. Malcolm?
He kind of shakes his head and wakes up, and he goes, "Uh-oh. I forgot to tuck in this Malcolm."
Perfect. All right. Dante.
Okay, I'm spent. This thing goes up next to me. I think the idea right now is cover, but I'm like horrible. Malcolm has the lantern.
Well, you can kind of see it coming out of this
Yeah.
door.
You can go to the light, or you can trip in the dark.
I mean, my thought process is at this point, Henders is dead. Dang it. I think Malcolm should be fine, but I don't want to just leave him. I don't know how big this explosion is going to be.
All right, what you doing?
I'm just going to go ahead and probably help Malcolm and assume the other two are going to get out of here.
All right, so it'll cost 10 movement to get out of here.
And 15, 25. Actually, no, the door's there. I'm going to go up to the north.
All right, Ira.
Bye. So this is 20 feet.
Yeah.
20 feet. 30. You're gonna dash over here.
All right, and Proteus.
All right. Was I able to catch the crystal that I popped out, or did it explode?
It's fixed inside of this thing.
Okay.
If you want to go up to it and try and get the crystal out, you can try and do that.
I'm not strong enough for that.
Okay.
So
Don't greed.
All right. Then what do you wish to do?
I'm like, I guess I'll go 5. Is there like any gem or crystal all on this guy?
He looks like he is holding another vial of the alchemist fire in his hand.
All right. I don't think that counts as a crystal, but I'll take it.
Okay.
And 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I guess we dash, because I don't know how big this explosion's gonna be.
All right.
So that'll be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We in the stairs.
I was just leaving.
All right. I guess Malcolm and Dante hear the beeping more frequently as it goes beep, 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 beep. And all of a sudden you hear this explosion just emanate. And it reaches 25 feet, so you're just out of the way. The door's blocking you for cover, so I'll say it can't get around the corner there. And it kind of blows up Henders as well.
Ugh.
Oh.
Or, yeah, it would blow up Henders. And yeah, there's just kind of this. Most of these barrels are just kind of open, and you see plant matter just kind of seeping out of it.
Oh.
And for the sake of everything, I'll say you're out of initiative.
All right, well, time to go see if Dante and Malcolm survived.
Is everyone all right?
Anyone got a blankie?
Yeah.
Okay.
You I guess Malcolm, you see the other Malcolm, and he's asleep, it looks like.
I'm gonna turn back into a Stantler
Yeah.
before I come back.
Hey,
He picks up other Malcolm.
Everyone's good over
Oh.
there?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, aside from the obvious.
Dante is obviously not asleep.
Malcolm kind of walks up with Malcolm.
I just lost.
Yeah, I'm just gonna drag you out. And I guess Proteus will say in dark, does this mean he gets to learn what the purpose of the cemetery is now?
Assuming he understands it.
Guys, we need a blankie and a pillow.
Yeah, it's very strange, Malcolm. He's just not even moving at all. Like, usually you breathe while you're sleeping, but he's just still.
Yeah, it's like extra weird because normally we sleep standing up. He must be sleeping real good.
What we need is a casket, Malcolm.
Is that a bed?
They're dead.
He doesn't understand. I've tried teaching him this repeatedly. It's going to be difficult, regardless of how he reacts.
He's gone for good.
Oh, that kind of sleep where he just doesn't wake up?
Yes.
Wow, lucky. I hope he has good dreams. And Malcolm starts like trotting off towards the to leave the house.
Iris shakes her head. She's gonna start searching the remains of this thing, whatever it is.
I need to make sure that he doesn't go run off with the body.
Go. We'll be fine.
Ira, are you staying too, Proteus?
Yeah.
Okay. You can both do investigation, medicine, or nature. Tell me which one you're doing.
I'm gonna do investigation.
All right.
I will also do investigation.
I will. Are you both proficient in investigation?
Yes.
Yes.
I will allow you to give one or the other advantage if one of your modifiers is better.
My
Mine is
modifier is
+5.
better.
Is it?
It is.
Damn. All right. Sure. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. Going for the 2d20s. It's only better by 1. That's a 20, 21, 22, 23. Wow.
Yeah, it's. Are you proficient in Arcana too?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Are you too, Ira?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Putting your heads together. You're surprised maybe like Proteus is actually into this stuff too. Um.
Yeah.
Um. It's the strangest.
Just.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. No, sorry.
It's the strangest things. It's like the MDRA is known to have things called shield guardians that are just straight up constructs that defend them. But this looks like something completely different. As you saw before, parts of it are organic. It's like someone did necromancy without the arcane part of it to create this thing. Meaning they used a body as the base and grafted metal to it. And the thing inside was not alive at all.
Fascinating. You aren't even using a life force, but straight up just the body itself.
The only people I know capable of doing something like that are in Loomhalls.
You know people capable of doing this?
Well, let's put it this way. Are there any other people that like to tinker around with stuff in this manner? It's not magical, and the best artificers are in Loomhalsen.
You would know they're known for making steel defenders, but nothing like this. Well, this would be a steel defender, except it has something inside of it.
Either that, or the artificers are now working with the MDRA.
This doesn't look MDRA. This, if
No,
this
I'm
was
saying
MDRA, there'd be much more traces of the arcane.
Well, I'm saying it could be both.
Maybe?
I
don't know why they would want to work together. They seem to be at odds with one another, which is why I'm more inclined to say this was Loomhalsen.
I don't know what the modern paradox looks like, Ira, but I don't know what to make of this.
Paradox.
That was the former name of what you call the MDRA.
Whatever this is, it could be MDRA, but this is way beyond anything they would do. This is almost inefficient.
Well, yes, I would agree with you, Ira. If it went through the trouble of not using necromancy? Why would it not just use necromancy if it was the MDRA? I gotta get used to that acronym.
It's not one that rolls off the tongue. Let's see. Ira, sorry, is gonna check for that crystal or that gem that was in it. There was both a gem and like a weird thing in its chest, right? Or was that the same thing?
The gem was in its chest, and it seems completely disintegrated now.
Okay.
Yeah, like you can just kind of see its chest cavity has this kind of green and purple residue in it that just kind of fades out.
There was the other thing, the red thing, right?
Yes,
Was that
in its back.
separate?
Yes. Roll me a d6 to see if what condition it's in.
3.
3. It is kind of it's blackened, but it's like kind of this cassette that was kind of plugged into its back, and it looks completely unusable now because like half of it's burnt, but you still kind of have it. Like you have a sample of it.
Okay, yeah, she's definitely gonna pop that out.
Yeah. You kind of see her do this, Proteus.
I might be able to disassemble it.
You'd be able to disassemble it?
I might be able to. I've got tools for it, and I know a lot of different methods, but there's no guarantees if they do something completely, well, uncouth.
Let's just leave it in one piece for now. It's better to you can maybe assess it as a whole and then break it apart later if need be.
The construct itself is kind of like it's pretty rough because it's self-destructed, but you can kind of, because you saw it before, you can kind of make it all out. There's like some of its limbs are over in the corner, but kind of the
is like its head anywhere or the
Yeah.
gun.
the that's where you kind of got the cassette from, was like kind of the mounted thing on its back, but the head is kind of like right here with like half the chest cavity. The arms are kind of sprawled out in places. Yeah. Dante and Malcolm. What are you doing, Dante and Malcolm?
I was trying to make sure that Malcolm didn't run off with the body because I don't know where he's taking the
Malcolm,
body.
where are you taking the body? Or your sleeping friend?
Uh-oh. Quill, you are muted, in case you're trying to talk.
Thank you. Home.
You're gonna take. Okay, he's trying to leave, Dante.
Gosh. Okay. The fact that Malcolm's walking with the body, Dante would continue following after him. Just Malcolm.
Yeah.
So your friend is officially
Yeah, he's sleeping.
the long sleep that he won't wake up from.
Yep.
That's the kind of sleep where we take Pokemon like that to the graveyard where the stones were.
So the grass does taste better because of the good dreams they're having. We should probably take this guy to his bed, by the way. And he kind of kicks the side of. Oh wait, the body's not there anymore, so it got destroyed.
I assume there's a pile of gore here, isn't there?
It's scorched. It's kind of so it's not really gore. It's just kind of burnt to a crisp.
Oh well, in that case, yeah, we should try to get this guy to his bed.
I think, Malcolm, I'm gonna have some things I need to do before we can take both of them to their new beds. Their forever sleeping beds.
Sounds comfy. Okay. He puts Malcolm down.
And Dante is going to take the opportunity to perform his rites for these two, where he takes one of the wisps around his neck and sort of carrying it above each body, just blows away, trying to cleanse away the spirit and letting it pass on.
Yeah, you almost your conversation with Proteus is kind of interrupted as you see Dante doing this, where he's kind of touching both of the bodies, and you just see these ghostly specters begin to, these wisps just emerge from Malcolm and Henders, almost in the forms of their bodies, and they just kind of look solemn and lonely as you see them just kind of float off through the ceiling, as if they're lost or something, and they're following a guiding light somewhere.
Well, it didn't look like he was having a very good dream.
Ira just shudders silently.
Yeah, and the voice in your head says, and that is precisely what we must avoid.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've only done the first part of that. Whoever's after to guide them.
Yeah. You don't really know what happens after that, Dante, even you.
He has a solemn look in his face, and he looks back to Malcolm. We'll have to take both of them to the church.
Okay. He picks
Priest
up
is
Malcolm
probably
again.
looking at Dante just quizzically, like he's solving a math puzzle.
Malcolm's gonna try to pick up Hendrix's remains.
Oh gosh.
He might be able to. He's pretty strong.
You could possibly, you might need a little. It's not that it's too heavy for you. It's just the support where you can't. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Yeah.
I've only got a strength of 8. I don't know if I can carry either of these two.
All
I might be
you-
able to carry Malcolm. And
All you
carry-
have to do is stabilize the bodies on top of
Yeah,
it.
exactly. It's like kind of
Okay.
just balancing rather than
Oh,
lifting.
gosh. It's horrifically macabre.
Look at him. He's so talented.
As much as I don't want to do what I think, I pity your simple friend, and I think he needs to be educated and understand that fool of a cleric doesn't seem to be doing a particularly good job of it.
Frankly, I don't know if I could do much better. They seem rather adamant on their ignorance.
Yes.
Besides, we've got more important things. She's gonna look back to the device that she got the disc out of, and the head and chassis part.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Proteus, we should be carrying these back as well, just in case we can get any more information out of this thing.
Do you think that they'll want that as evidence, though?
Who's they?
I don't know. The police, if they call this in.
Or is there like a town guard or something?
There would be kind of a night watch kind of militia kind of thing.
Well, it's not very organized. At the very least, they'd probably let us look at this thing afterwards. And I'd rather not let it rot here in this basement, or leave it for someone else to collect.
I guess the question is, are you going to report this?
Yeah, that's what Proteus is asking her.
Proteus is asking that. She looks to him, looks back to Malcolm, she kind of looks to him and kind of gestures over to Malcolm and Dante. It's like, 2 people died. 2 people. This thing killed 2 people. This isn't something we could just shove under the rug.
Well, then I hope you're prepared to lose those items.
Okay. She just kind of like does like a shrug motion, like looking around, like, what? This isn't Lubhausen. We're not talking about like a full-fledged guard.
Not yet. I think that this is gonna be turning some heads.
Just she just kind of like drags one of the she just kind of drags the head over to him and like she's gonna drop it on top of his back. She's just like, hold this.
Okay.
And she's gonna pick up the device itself.
So I will assume you're gonna try and take what you can of this thing, but you're still gonna report the deaths in your accounts. Correct?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I guess we'll be reporting the Genesect as well because we have him in pieces.
Yeah. And Ira's assessment is right. They're not gonna. This isn't like they're not gonna close a crime scene or anything. You're just gonna pretty much just show them this thing killed him. Look, it's has the same claw marks in it and everything. Hey, we're taking some of this because we want to figure out what the deal is. You could probably get away with that in this little backwater town. You are still like processed and questioned and everything, but yeah.
Proteus might try to sneak into the mail later to see what they tell Loomhalson, but
Okay, I think we'll end right there, end our inaugural session. Okay, our new band of heroes is together. Rough luck with that. You're fighting one thing, so I had to make it difficult.
Yeah, the luck day.
Yeah. All right. So, I like where this is heading. I hope you had fun.
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah, we'll
The-
next session is teaching death to Malcolm.
Good luck.
Fun party.
We'll be back on a weekly session basis as for last time. And who knows? Maybe we'll see Sabrina, Sinbad, Sigurd, and Aiden at some point. But for now, we're focusing on these four heroes. Villagers. You might notice their stats are a little higher. We decided to start with like a very heroic stat array, so these guys can play with feats a little more. They also got some like bonus starting feats and everything, so they're not really level 1. They have like the HP of level 1 characters, except Malcolm, and but everything else is pretty beefy.
As you can tell, we're squishy, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose the next session the jig might be up though. Now they know what Proteus really is.
Well, no one else saw it. Only they saw it.
Well, I meant the audience.
Again.
Yeah.
The
All right.
He couldn't go one session.
oh my god.
Twice. He couldn't go one session 2 times in a row.
I saved Malcolm both times though.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, you
And
did.
this time,
What a friend.
Proteus is the one getting saved by Dante. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That happened.
So we'll see you next week when we fire up session 2 to see what the aftermath of all this is. All right. See you guys